Rock, where you at, Rock? Where you at, Rock? Where you at, Rock?
10 rock and roll, bro.
Rock Sports Sunday. Rock Sports Sunday. You are live and locked with Rock Sports Sunday. Break down and talk now with Rock Sports Sunday. Rock Sports Sunday. Rock Sports Sunday. Alive and locked with Rock Sports Sunday.
For a player of KD's magnitude, I don't feel bad. Like he said, he got what he wanted. They got what they wanted. I mean, you're paying an incredibly steep price for a player of KD's magnitude and for them not to make the playoffs. And this is a domino effect that we're seeing all around the league, where you're seeing high-priced guys get moved. And in the Phoenix Suns situation, they should really consider moving Devin Booker. And this has nothing to do with Devin Booker, but if I'm Devin Booker, I would want to get out of Phoenix now, because it looks like that they're going into a total rebuild now. And Devin Booker is still in the middle of his prime. He's getting older. And I'm sure he wants to be in a situation to where he could contend for a title. So I wouldn't be shocked if in a few weeks or before the season, they have an offer for Devin Booker coming up. But KD, as far as KD, like he said, he got what he wanted. They got what they wanted. And everybody can live in harmony.
Let's go our separate ways.
And go our separate ways in a good way. You know, no backlash amongst, player and team.
Atlanta, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are live and direct, live on the Rock Files. We welcome you. A whole lot to talk about in the world of sports, a whole lot to talk about in virtual battle rap is going crazy. Virtual battle rap is going crazy. Battle rap is not so much, but virtual battle rap going crazy. And of course, all praise to the Almighty Yahuwah. Without the Almighty Yahuwah, there's absolutely nothing. There's absolutely nothing. What you just saw, and of course, wait a minute, before you see anything, Rock Sports Sunday in full effect right now. Now check this out. What you just saw was a 7-team NBA trade. 17 NBA trades. 7, not 17, although it might as well have been 17 NBA teams with as many teams as participated. But a 7 NBA team trade, all for Houston to get Kevin Durant and Clint Capella. Can literally see, and we're going to show you. And we're also going to talk some baseball too, you know. So this is going to be kind of a shortened Rock Sports Sunday. Because it's really this story and baseball is what's going on. Yeah, United States lost again in the Gold Cup to Mexico. There's nothing really to say there. They lost. But peep this out, man. 7 teams all get together to trade. And it could be argued that all of this was just so that the Houston Rockets could get Kevin Durant, and they even got Clint Capella back to the Houston Rockets. All right, cool. Let's see if any other team benefited. So we're going to take a look. By the way, for those that would like to play along, you can follow at Yahoo Sports. Start sports.yahoo.com. That's sports.yahoo.com. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. We welcome you. Hope your week was good. Hope your day was good. Night was good. Another week coming up. For those of us that's in what we're into, look, the next 4 weeks are going to be crazy. Buckle up. At any rate, here is the breakdown of the Kevin Durant trade, right? All right. This is written by Andy Backstrom, contributing writer of sports.yahoo.com. The Kevin Durant trade is now official and a part of NBA history. 15-time All-Star forward is part of a league record right here. 7-team deal. 7-team, not 17. Again, it might as well have been, but 7-team deal that's delivered him. Whoa. This is crazy. Look at this. I mean, talk about the difference between a narrative and reporting. See, if this was just an objective statement, it wouldn't have said that delivered him. It would have said that traded him or that involved. It said that delivered him from the Phoenix Suns, right here, from the Phoenix Suns to the Houston Rockets, right? Now, that just gave away the lead. Salute to Andy, but Andy's basically telling you exactly what he thinks and probably what the NBA thinks of the Phoenix Suns. Y'all remember when the Phoenix Suns used to be the stupid franchise? Ladies and gentlemen, they're back there again. Let's go ahead and break it down. Now, granted, the Phoenix Suns tried to do a big splash. It didn't work for them, right? So this is what happened. We're just going to go to it. And this is reported by one of the few reporters that mean anything at ES Satan. That is Shams Sharina. Shams. Salute to Shams. Shams at least reports the news and doesn't just push big market narratives. Salute to Shams. All right, let's get at it. And we're just going to run right through this. Okay? So, Houston Rockets, they get, as reported, they get Kevin Durant and Clint Capella. Honestly, if this was 2015, then you could book the Houston Rockets for the NBA Finals. If this was 2015, this is 2025. And here's the breakdown right now. Durant, now don't get it twisted. Kevin Durant can still play, of course. One of the best offensive talents in NBA history. He still can play. He will turn, according to tradition, he will turn 37 in September. Play for his 5th NBA franchise. He has 1 season remaining. Current contract eligible for 2 seasons worth up to $122 million next summer. Now, as it states, Durant is still an efficient 3-level scorer, shot north of 40% from 3 each of the past 3 seasons. Averages. Now, here's the problem with mainstream media. Right here, they talk about averages a lot. What somebody averages points and rebounds and assists. They leave out the minutes. And just because we said it, more than likely, they're probably going to add that in. So Kevin Durant averages 26.6 points, 6 rebounds, 4.2 assists. He led the Suns with an effective field goal percentage of 66.9%. Fire. Great. That's great. That's great. How many minutes? The reason why the minutes are so important, because it also will add or take away from the effectiveness of this person's value on a basketball team. This is very simple math. If you have someone that averages 26.6 points and they play 35 minutes versus averaging 26.6 points and maybe they play 25 minutes, see the difference? This is something we should know, but they didn't mention it. All right, so basically the whole point of this is that Durant is still effective, but here's the thing to ask yourself: as awesome as Kevin Durant is as an offensive talent, how many more seasons does he have? So this is, if you're getting Kevin Durant now, you're basically saying, look, we're going for a championship or we're going for higher playoff results. Let's see if Houston can do it. Now, Udoka's down there. He can coach his face off. It might work. Through a sign and trade down here, Capella is coming back to Houston, played his first 6 NBA seasons with the Hawks. See, here, okay, now right here, there you go. Now this adds up. This is good. So now you got the Hawks this past season with Capella, 8.9 points, 8.5 rebounds, around an assist and a block in 21.4 minutes. How come that wasn't listed for Kevin Durant? Well, because this actually is basically stating that Capella might play possibly even slightly more minutes. So now this is adding more value. Now if he plays fewer minutes, these points and rebounds and assists, etc., will go down. But at least we got more of a context. Say it with everybody. Check this out. Say it slowly. Context. So if you're gonna list numbers, be sure it's in context. And there's some other layers missing too. But it's good to see that at least this article did put 21.4 minutes with the amount of production that Capella had. So he'll join Steven Adams in the front court, and they'll back up, Sengun, right? That's a strong three. That's a three. Look, there's a whole lot of teams wish they had big men like that. Now, of course, the downside is neither one of these big men can shoot the three. The upside, they all can play defense, and they all can protect that rim. Oh yeah, and they can also rebound. So in that type of offense, depending on what you got, it's pretty good for Houston. Is this going to guarantee them a championship? Absolutely not. As Phoenix, see, this is not the case. And look, there's going to be a lot of narratives. That's going to, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got Blunt in the building, as Blunt so eloquently typed. Hit the like, share the stream, and subscribe to the Rock Files for more incredible battle rap content, sports data, music sessions, and much more. Salute to Blunt. Be sure to subscribe to Blunt. Blunt got fire music on this channel. Look for Blunt Visuals. That's BLUNT, Blunt Visuals, live on YouTube. By the way, for those that's watching, after we do sports, or you're going to want to stick around, we got our first rock rankings. We got 2 lists already posted on the community tab. Oh, this is list week. Oh, we've begun. Oh, yes. We said that we wanted to start Monday. We started tonight. Holla. Salute to Blunt. So here what you got. So Houston right now at least got something. They got Capella as a third big, basically. Maybe third, second big. And they got, obviously, Durant to go ahead and boost the scoring. This is good for Houston. This is what Phoenix got. They got Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green. Let's stop here. Maybelline Green. Jalen Maybelline Green. The reason why we call Jalen Maybelline Green is because this guy has the temperament, attitude, and intelligence of a 7th grade female. No disrespect to the females, but Jalen Green plays like one. He's soft, he's erratic, and he's stupid on the court. So that's what's going to be playing on the. Look at this combo. You got 2 brain dead hotheads, Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green, both on the same team. Now, Kaman Maluk from Duke, good player. Now, the thing is, poor Kaman, who has Phoenix developed? Well, okay, you can say, well, they developed Devin Booker. They developed DeAndre Ayton. They really developed DeAndre Ayton? You sure about that? Well, Mikal Brooks, kind of. But look, you better hope that some of that development or somebody develops Kim Maluk in this trash of a return. This is trash. Dylan Brooks is a good defensive player, of course, but he's a hothead and he's a moron. Now, he had a good season last season and he was a little bit more calm, probably because his act wasn't working. Jalen Green, Maybelline Green, he still was wearing skirts and black fingernail polish on the court. And this dude, yeah, he gave you a game where he could shoot, where you can hit for 40. How many 40-point games he had? Oh, yeah, that's right, because the next 4 or 5 in a row, he'd be missing in action. And wildly inconsistent. And look, he's the type of guy that if he don't score, and think about this, this was in the 2021 draft, he was a debatable pick to go overall number 1. There was even talk like, well, Pistons, yeah, that's right, it does go come back to Detroit. Pistons, how come you take Jalen Green? He can score, and he can score, and he can score. What else can he do? Well, nothing, but he can score, well, he can score. He can jump, he can score. He really can score. And guess what? If he's not scoring, then he's a deficit to your team. Ask Houston, that's why they got rid of him. It's just weird that Phoenix will take him, but Phoenix had to take something, right? Then you got a bunch of fodder. Daquan Plowden, Rasheer Fleming, Kobe Bryant, right? Basically what you have, if this spells rebuild, a lot of these guys, this is all audition. Phoenix Suns will be probably the worst team in the West coming up. And Phoenix is now back in stupid land. Oh, and a second-round pick to group. So that's our breakdown. Let's see what Yahoo Sports said. New general Brian Gregory made his first front office splash with his trade. Okay, owner Matt Ishbia looks to put a disappointing 2024 campaign in rearview mirror, building a roster with toughness. Building a roster with toughness has been a priority this season. Dylan Brooks offers that in spades. Okay, Brooks does. What about the rest of these individuals? And of course, okay, so here we go. The veteran forward has averaged 14.2 points per game during his 8-season career. Even shot 39.7% from 3 last season. But this is an interesting term. He's best known for being a defensive pest. In other words, an agitator. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to stop anybody right now. But okay, on one hand, he made the all-defensive second team in 2023. Other hand, he racked up. Here we go. Here's your hothead right here. On the other hand, he racked up 19 technical fouls in 2024-25, the second most of any NBA player this past season. Probably Draymond and Rasheed Wallace may have that record. In other words, his defensive entry can come at a cost sometimes. No, sir. His defensive intensity can come at a cost most occasions. That's why a lot of these teams, the second day they got rid of him, all of a sudden the drama stopped. A lot of these teams. Here you go. Green, meanwhile, is only here's a hint for those that want to follow sports. When an article starts with this, Green, meanwhile, is still only quote unquote 23 years old. This is what you call excuse. This is what you call a guy has not lived up to potential. This is what you call a guy. It's like, well, he still can possibly get it together. We hope so. Anyway, he posted, and again, the inconsistency. He posted 21 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, 3.4 assists per game, while shooting 42% from the field and 35 from 3. How many minutes? How come only the minutes so far has been mentioned with Clint Capella? Why weren't minutes mentioned with these other guys? Welcome to promotion. Anyway, the Suns have an influx of guards, especially there's a path for Green to stand out among the bunch alongside Devin Booker. You know what the problem is? Oh, here we go. Not only does Green score at a high clip, but he's reliable health-wise. He's played all 82 games. So he's healthy, right? You know what they haven't mentioned? That he's a specialist. If he's not scoring, he's a deficit. That means there's nobody in the in the Phoenix backcourt with this type of assembly between Green and Booker. No one gonna play no defense. And what we saw with Oklahoma City winning the NBA title, you're gonna have to play some defense to win a championship now. You have to play something. Neither one of these guys do that. So Dylan Brooks is going to come off your bench playing defense, right? And you got to hope that he doesn't Here's another thing. Let's drop all that. Who's going to be coaching this catastrophe? What coach is going to try to get all this together? Wish him well. Okay, so they mentioned Kevin Maluk. Yep, now this is good here. Kevin Maluk, number 10 overall pick. Okay, cool. All that's good. The point is, welcome to rebuild. Atlanta in the 17 deal. They got David Rowdy, second round pick, swapping cash. For those that we've discussed before, that when a team trades, they can just get cash to compensate. This is what we mean by cash. See how Atlanta got cash and David Rowdy? They got nothing. Atlanta got nothing, man. This is nothing. So Atlanta believes Atlanta at least got David Rowdy. You know, instead of Clint Capella walking in free agency, they got David Rowdy in the second round pick. Atlanta got nothing. So Phoenix got leftovers and an underachieving guard so far. Atlanta got cash and a G leaguer basically. Brooklyn Nets got 2 second-round picks. Golden State Warriors got nothing. The Fakers got nothing. Timberwolves got nothing in second round. The only team that got anything was Houston. So basically, these teams just did some dumps in a lot of ways. So that's your trade right there. Again, does this guarantee Houston is going to win an NBA title? No, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like this means nothing. I mean, it's cool. It's going to be entertaining, but Houston. And don't look. Should we also add in that Houston plays in the Western Conference? The Western Conference still is no Oklahoma City, Denver. Now Dallas is a problem. That's 3 teams right there. But the interesting thing is, Minnesota is going to be improved, right? You know, because Ant and the team he got around him. And honestly, look, they got rid of some of the guys that weren't producing. That's going to be around Ant. So you got Minnesota, Oklahoma City. You got Denver, who's still a problem, like it or not. Even though Denver did trade away Michael Porter Jr. All right, but look what they got back. Saying though, so it's not like Denver going to be taking a step back. Okay, Dallas. That's 4 teams right there. Houston's going to get through all 4 of those teams to even possibly get to the second round. So this Kevin Durant, and listen, the days are gone where people keep thinking that every other team is the Warriors or something, where they're already loaded and Kevin Durant is just a foregone conclusion. There are no loaded teams like that except Oklahoma City, and Oklahoma City is not Houston. You added Kevin Durant. Can we be honest about Kevin Durant? Again, bona fide Hall of Famer, one of the best offensive players ever in NBA history. But let's be straight. When was Kevin Durant's last? Let's just do this. When was Kevin Durant's last playoff run outside of the Warriors? And we're going to talk. Let's talk. When was it? Exactly. So as much as the Warriors benefited and all of a sudden got these championships from him, he also used them because the Warriors ain't done nothing really like that without him, kind of. And Kevin Durant has done even less without them. So Kevin Durant's going to Houston, playing along. Well, right now, Jabari Smith Jr. Okay, Jabari Smith Jr. Sengun is fired. Cool. Who's in their backcourt again? Yeah. How's their shooting again? Houston? Okay. Houston got a lot more. They got the bigs as far as, the guys in the post, right? But Houston got a lot of holes on that team. It's not a foregone conclusion. Other teams can get them out of here. Now, does it mean Houston is trash? No, it does not. But it doesn't mean that Houston was the number 2 seed last season. How are they doing the playoffs again? Right. Well, they didn't have Kevin Durant. Now they have Kevin Durant. And, okay, cool. Kevin Durant was with the Phoenix Suns, right? How did that team do in the playoffs? Okay, then. Just saying. Kevin Durant being added to a team and with the aging Clint Capella playing as your third big is not automatic. Wish him well. Hope it worked. Udoka is still going to have to coach these guys, and Udoka is going to have to basically have this team develop also from within. I mean, you can't get too much more than what you got out of Sengun. Sengun is giving you everything. That backcourt is going to be an issue with Houston. All right. So that's Houston. And that's the NBA in a nutshell. All right. Other free agency, if you want to do it, just real quick, because someone said, well, what about some free agent news? No problem. Dog, have you seen these fakers? Look at it, dog. Real quick. And we're not going to read this whole article. This is also from sports.yahoo.com. But dog. First of all, with the fakers, your coach is still JJ Redick. Hold on. Yo, fakers. Why are y'all even elite team, dog? Your owners have left you. The Bucks family left you. They don't want to own you no more. They had enough. Your coach is still JJ Redick, and this is your big free agent signing right here. DeAndre Ayton. Underachieving Ayton. So you got basically a corpse of LeBron. LeBron is still productive. You got ball dominant LeBron, basketball dominant LeBron. Pause if necessary. You got basketball dominant Luka. You got one shooter and a half for Austin Reeves and Dalton Connect. And now you got DeAndre Ayton. What do you think you're going to do with this team? Your team trash. Straight up. Your team trash. What are you going to do with this? What are you supposed to do? Even in this article, real quick, read a little. We're just going to go to a little bit of this paragraph here. Wednesday's headliner was DeAndre Ayton, who reportedly agreed to a 2-season deal with the Lakers. He'll reportedly make $34 million in the coming season, $25.6 million from his reported buyout from the Blazers, and another $8 million. So, okay, that's good. That part is good for the Lakers because Portland's going to buy him out with $25 million. So now the Lakers, all they got to do is pay $8 million. Cool. Does Ayton automatically have the Lakers legit contenders? Hell no to the no. Nope. Nah, man. No. If that team couldn't win with Anthony Davis healthy and he's balling, Anthony Davis is by accident, Anthony Davis is better than this guy. So what's this guy supposed to do? You might lose Jared Vanderbilt soon. You know what I'm saying? The Fakers ain't doing nothing. The Fakers were the worst team in the playoffs last season, and this don't do too much. Don't forget, this is DeAndre. JJ Redick is your coach. Imagine if you're DeAndre Ayton. And you don't feel like playing basketball. And here comes JJ Redick about to tell you, look, DeAndre, we got to get you to play where you got to box out a rebound. If you're DeAndre Ayton, are you listening to JJ Redick? Simple and plain. See, Popovich in his prime, when the Spurs went after the Rice, Pop says move, they move. Why? Pop had that respect. Pop was actual coach. What's JJ Redick going to do with an attitude like DeAndre? People don't want to talk about this, but intangibles are very important, such as team chemistry. Oh, and by the way, what defense is the Lakers supposed to play now? Name your defensive players. This don't do nothing for the Lakers. Unless the whole rest of the Western Conference is just going to go back to playing instead of tackle football or tackle basketball, they're going to play touch basketball. Unless that's going to happen, ain't nothing to talk about here. Yeah. You just saying that because you don't like the Lakers. That's a part of it, but it's also because DeAndre Ayton is an underachieving, moody center, and he's been on good teams. They ain't did nothing. What about this move means he's going to do something on the Lakers? He got LeBron. You talking about Fred Sanford? Okay, got it. Let's keep moving. And LeBron is still, don't get it twisted. LeBron, even though he's about to retire, is still a very productive player. Cool. But LeBron, for him, is still past his prime. The rest of these are other moves. Jaren Jackson and the Grizzlies agreed to this is smart on there. Basically, the way to sum up free agency, for the most part, all the main players stay put. All the main players stay put for the most part. Simple and plain. Except for Kevin Durant, who was on an underachieving Phoenix team. By the way, Brad Beal is also still on that team. And what's he supposed to be doing? You know, and this is speaking as a guy, as a channel that rock with Brad Beal, but Brad Beal's career is over. He basically did the most he's going to do. Unless he's going to be on the bench of it, unless he's going to maybe get on OKC's bench or something, which he ain't. What's he supposed to do? Phoenix and the Lakers are jokes. And it's probably going to show, unless they get somebody out of the summer league or somebody that's going to do something. This ain't it. This ain't it. Anyway, so that is basketball in a nutshell. Let's go to baseball real quick. Yeah, let's go here. Okay, we did the Kevin Durant thing. Baseball. Okay, keeps going back. Of course it does. Let's go here. There we go. This is going to be very, very quick. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going right to the standings. And in your baseball standings, we're going to do what we usually do every single week. Very, very quick, and we ain't going to hold them up. In the American League, the Toronto Blue Jays have taken over the American League East. Hey, Stankies! What happened, dog? Stankies, what's up? Look at y'all, man. I guess you're not playing the Ku Klux Klan anymore. Hey, yo, Stankies, you were leading your division just a couple weeks ago. What happened, man? Is it injuries? Salute to the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are a team that's had talent, and now they're actually playing like it. And honestly, the Stankies are in a horrible slump. You see it right here. They've been stuck at 49 wins for a while now. What's that losing streak? Oh, yeah, here you go. Their last 10 games, they're 3-7. That is worse than their division. Remember when the Stankies were kind of trying to compete with the Tigers to see if the Tigers were going to be the number one team in the American League or the Stankies were? We don't got to worry about that because the Stankies are not even the number one team in their own division. Toronto Blue Jays. So Toronto Blue Jays got 52 wins, Stankies. And wait, they're tied with Tampa Bay. And right now, Tampa Bay's better than them. Of course, we owe Tampa Bay. You know, we got to go ahead and beat them in the series real quick. We'll see. Tampa Bay will see you tomorrow. But Tampa Bay, as we speak next week, the Stankies could be in third place in their own division. All that money they spent, and they're still the same old Stankies, underachieving with all these benefits and all this big market treatment. Really sad. Okay, well, no, we're going to save that for last. Houston. Woo! Houston is saying goodbye to the AL West. The rest of these teams are suffering because Houston is balling. See, they're on a 3-game win streak. Look at their record. Their record in the last 10 games. Whoo! 8-2. That might be best in baseball for Houston. So Houston is taking that over. They got 55 wins. That's almost as much as the team that was the first to 55, and that is Detroit Tigers. Detroit stand up. The reason why is an awesome thing for Detroit. Whatever Detroit get, we get it out the mud, dog. We don't have leagues that give us any benefit. We don't have leagues that give us any special considerations. We got to actually manage our team, and we actually got to go straight up independent. Not independent. We got to go straight up more independent than the rest of these teams that don't have the benefit of their own network and being overrated by ES Satan and all this stuff. And no, we don't want ES Satan to rate us. We good. Yeah, they just had us on national TV where we smoked the Twins. That's cool, but we don't have to have that. We can take care of our own. And more people in Detroit should stop looking for them. Well, I hope we get on national TV, man. Who cares? Anyway, the Tigers 57-34. They just swept this team, Cleveland, who's on a 10-game losing streak. 3 of those games was because of the Tigers. 57-34. That is your best record, as you see right here. That's your best record in the American League. Let's see if it's the best record in all of baseball. Let's go to the National League very quick. We're just going to keep it moving. The Mets have taken over. The Phillies, The Phillies have taken over their division. They're fighting with the Mets on the NL East. That might be the only division race to really watch because the rest of these are pretty much foregone conclusions. But the Phillies, look at the Phillies, man. The Phillies, after winning the Super Bowl, they try to do something in their own division. Go Philly. Salute to that. You know? The Cubs, and by the way, the Phillies have 53 wins. All right, 6-4 in the last 10. That's good. Cubs 54 wins. Is that what the? So the Cubs have a better record than the 54. They're basically getting more space in their division in the NL Central. Salute to that. Cubs been good. Cubs been solid all season. When these playoffs start in the National League, don't be surprised if the Cubs take some of these other teams out. And of course, we got the Dodgers, 56 wins. Well, wait a minute. The Dodgers, with all that roster, 56 wins. They're a game behind the Detroit. So your Detroit Tigers, still as we speak right now, are the number one. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. But you're going to watch because here it is. The Detroit Tigers in all of baseball is the best team in baseball. And honestly, it's well-deserved. It's well-deserved. Getting back to Houston real quick, 8-2 in the last 10. Is that the best streak right now? No. The Toronto Blue Jays are 9-1 in the last 10. They're the hottest team in baseball right now. Let's double check it. Yep, 6-4, 7-3. Yeah, the Toronto Blue Jays are the hottest team in baseball. So the best team in baseball is Detroit. They're 7-3 in the last 10, by the way. But the Toronto Blue Jays right now, hottest team in baseball. Salute to the Blue Jays. Salute. All right, that is your Rock Sports Sunday. Quick minute right there. Let's get to what you're here for, right? Okay, Rob, man, appreciate the sports all day, but Rob, man, you say you got lists? Let's see the list. We're going to show the list, and then we're going to drop the code. As usual, these lists, and morons will not want to hear this. Yes, we're going to say morons because, there's two things people don't do. The two things people don't do is read and listen, right? This is not an opinionated list. This is a list from all sorts of data, all sorts of conversation. And these lists consist of two categories. Let's share the screen. And if you're waiting for a certain list, keep waiting. It'll show up very, very soon. Very, very soon. Not tonight, though. So here is your list. Okay? And this is official. This is Rock Rankings 1 of 2025. All right? Let's go down. First, we have a ones to watch list for virtual battle rap bloggers. Let's get to it right now. Right now. Virtual battle rap bloggers, ones to watch. All right. This is an official list. Congratulations to everybody that's on this list. We want to give a special shout out to one blogger, actually a couple bloggers that are not on this list that probably will end up on the ones to watch list. The only thing that kept them off was amount of content, according to our discussions. So so first of all, salute to A-Fan 1 of 1. Really enjoy the channel, especially with the exercise and all that. A-Fan 1 of 1, salute to you. Keep going, bro. Because more than likely you're going to get on this ones to watch list, and you still have a chance to get on a top battle rap blogger list. Here are your bloggers. Here are the ones to watch. This is in no particular order. Listen again, no particular order. Here are the battle rap bloggers ones to watch. Now I'm going to say this slowly for the morons in the back. This list is not the consolation prize list. You can be on this list and you can be ranked. This is part of the Rock rankings, okay? But this is also a separate list. You could be on this blogger list and also the official top list, okay? This is not the top list. As it says right here, ones to watch. See that? Ones to watch. What does ones to watch mean? Ones to watch mean that these are bloggers that have something coming up. These are bloggers that have a buzz right now. These are bloggers that are planning something. And these are also bloggers that we may have some inside information that might be dropping something soon that deals with virtual battle rap at a very high rate. It might be information only we have, or it might be information that's already been like a preview or something, right? It's called the preview list. Upcoming attraction, right? Of course, Content Cartel. Salute to Yo 2 Times. We're going to start there. Content Cartel has now, Yo 2 Times is now getting back into blogging. He basically took a break. He's going to get back into blogging, but he's going to be he's also opening his channel. Let's be careful with that. He has his platform available to other channels to go ahead and blog and report and do their shows there. So that is a very innovative thing. Content Cartel definitely will be a virtual battle rap blogger to watch. And plus, there's a whole lot of news that breaks there. If not mistaken, they're probably doing news right now. That's fire. That's fire. So Content Cartel is definitely a virtual battle rap blogger to watch. Uncompromised Radio, the return of HB2Win stopped. It literally stopped virtual battle rap. The second, especially on that return, HB2Win, Uncompromised Radio came back. Look, they just interviewed Ari Lee Ray. There's going to be more things they have coming up like that. How do we know? We know. Salute to HB2Win, Uncompromised Radio, definitely one of the main virtual battle rap bloggers to watch. And to be clear, just because you're on this list doesn't mean all you do is virtual battle rap. It means you do a lot of virtual battle rap blogging. Adept HNIC speaks for itself. I mean, especially with this tournament coming on, different news reports coming on, the selections and breaking, the sponsorship with, I want to say that's stake.us. Hope we got that right. So there's a lot going on with that. Conversation with the Wolves with Greg the Great. I mean, you got Head Ice over there. And yes, notice that Greg the Great has been discussing virtual battle rap over there, especially since he's going to be in a tournament. Plus, Greg the Great's over there doing a podcast with Head Ice, and there's Charlie Clips over there. That's going to be some very interesting mixes of information going down with Conversation with the Wolves. Salute to Head Ice. And the reason I put Greg the Great, we know it's Head Ice. We just put him with Greg the Great to show the virtual battle rap connection. Crackstream Crisis. Going to repeat this all day long. Crackstream Crisis. Salute to Crackstream Crisis. If not for that channel, we would have no access to the spaces like that. We wouldn't be able to see the battles, how they go down now. Not on YouTube. Now, don't get it wrong. For those that got Twitter, that deal with X and whatever, the Twitter X thing, whatever it's called, salute to you. But we don't. So salute to, and not just that, Crackstream Crisis has a lot of breaking news that happens on that channel. And look, he's a virtual battle rapper himself. Also gonna be battling outside, if not mistaken. So there's a lot of insight he gives as a battle rapper. So he's a battle rapper with the platform. That's definitely one to watch. Salute to Crackstream Crisis. Unscripted Logic. Now, before anything else, salute to Pablo, salute to Social Assassin. For this rankings, Unscripted Logic, even though it's a separate channel, a lot of the submissions looped all of it together with Unscripted Logic, Pablo Picasso, Social Assassin, even though they have their own separate channels. Probably in future rankings, to be very clear, probably in future rankings that will be separate. That will be separate because they do blog. And look, Pablo by himself is an incredible blogger. The whole lot in Social Assassin. And they do team up. So that's really, for this, it's like 3 and 1. So when we see Unscripted Logic, look out for Pablo's channel, look out for Social Assassin's channel, and of course their channel together. King Cole got throwaway back. King Cole is King Cole. I mean, if by now you don't know that's going to be one of the virtual, King Cole probably going to be on this list forever as far as virtual battle rap one to watch. From the panels that go down, from the music that go down, King Cole is late night virtual battle rap. There's no discussion about that. Too Cool for Nerds. Beef Facts is incredible. Beef Facts is the type of blogger. When he go live, especially with the energy, and it's not just energy, he's just not crashing out. There's also information. There's also news he's breaking. There's also breakdowns he's doing. He has an aggressive style of blogging that is definitely one to watch. And honestly, you can almost call that the reality check of virtual battle rap. So then also with Uncompromised Radio and Too Cool for Nerds kind of have a similar energy. So salute to that. Danksta.backup. She's on vacation right now. Well, look, there's supposed to be some more with that Jack Action battle. Plus, there's other things she's doing. So look out for her. Reek Ruger, if we might have to have a rankings for this, who are the rookie bloggers, virtual battle rap bloggers of 2025? Reek Ruger would definitely be in there. As you see, of 2025, Reek Ruger and A-Fan. And A-Fan was close to being on this one to watch list, but we kept it to 12. But want to salute A-Fan 1 of 1 right now. Want to salute that again. And of course, Rock Files. Well, I mean, it's a channel you're watching now, and we got lists. And we got a lot of breaking news, and we have a lot of, panelist things coming up. And plus, we have some surprises coming up musically. So stay tuned for that. So that is your ones to watch list. Again, Content Cartel. This is in no particular order. If you see no numbers, if there are no numbers, there's no order. So Content Cartel is not the number one most watched. It don't matter what list order it come in. All right. This is just the ones to watch. That's why there's no numbers. Content Cartel, Uncompromised Radio, Adept HNIC, Conversation with the Wolves, Greg the Great, Crack Stream Crisis, Unscripted Logic, Snack King Cole, Too Cool for Nerds, B-Facts, J Prophet, Maze, Thanks to Dabaka, Reek Ruger, and the Rock Files. Those are definitely the virtual battle rap blogs to watch. For those that are asking about TMR, salute to TMR. We're not going to reveal all the conversation, but TMR has basically TMR and also Smoke Kings has transitioned to be away from virtual battle rap. And honestly, based on those conversations, don't blame them. So salute to that. Salute to them. Appreciate all their contributions. By the way, this as of 2025, the ones to watch from this point forward, by the way. Ones to watch, not ones to have watched. Ones to watch. All right, let's move on. And if you want to see this in its entirety, it is posted on the Rock Files channel right now. Next list. Okay, who we got? Ladies and gentlemen in the chat right now, Cali G is in the building. Now, salute to you, Cali G. Salute to you, Cali G. Cali G, be sure to subscribe to Cali G. We're about to get to the blogger, the official blogger now. Who forgot to hit the like button? Yeah, you're more than welcome to hit the like button. You're more welcome to subscribe to the channel. Stay loose. Hit your bell notification. We've been going live a lot more often. This week will be tough. Again, we are on tour. We stay on tour. Y'all know that by now. And ladies and gentlemen, right on cue, we got King Cole in the building. King Cole, Pablo Carrions. Oh, that's a shot. King Cole talking heavy. But nah, and King Cole, you probably heard the breakdown of everything, but nah, there's no question, bro. As we've been saying on this channel forever, like you are a late night virtual battle rap, and your channel speaks for itself. It's not really much for us to say. Honestly, wherever we have you on these lists, especially King Cole, just to let you know, as good as the percentages have been, you get even more submissions. We'll tell you that. Yeah, you get even more submissions. So King Cole, keep it up, man. And not just keep it up, but one thing about King Cole is his own voice and his own vibe. He got his own energy with his program. Salute to that, man. Let's go ahead and get to the other one. Okay, so that was the ones to watch. Let's get to the top 12. We got the top 12 virtual battle rap bloggers of 2025 for Rock Rankings 1 right now. Top 12. Pretty self-explanatory, but we're gonna go ahead and shoot it out now. All right. This is as of June 2025. All right. And to be clear, this is Rock Rankings 1. Now, if you see Rock Rankings 1, that means there's other rankings lists coming. Our next Rock Rankings list will probably be a month from now. That'll be August 7th, right? That should be after a couple cards, a couple more sessions, and all that good stuff. So let's go here. J Prophet comes in at number 12. There we go, right there. Now, keep in mind, if you want to know how these individuals achieve their ranking, we have the criteria on this Rock File community page. You can read that. A lot of them did achieve a lot of this. You can also take a look at, the submissions. And by the way, those who give submissions are kept anonymous. Now, you can see some of this publicly. If not mistaken, for virtual battle rappers, real quick, Jason M took a look at the list and said none of these four are among the best. That is a submission. I mean, if you want to know who submitted, just take a look at some past lives and all this stuff. Don't ask Rock. Don't ask Rock, because way too many people to keep up with. And also, we're not going to give those identities out as far as private conversations. But as far as public, it's all there. And honestly, here's the big mic drop moment. You submitted. So if you're watching this right now, you submitted. Yeah, you definitely submitted. All right, J Prophet comes in at number 12. And honestly, J Prophet, Reek Ruger, A-Fan 1 of 1. And Froku. Froku has a very good channel. Very good channel. So congratulations to those four for being new channels. Froku's channel started in 2024. So it'll be Reek Ruger, Prophet, and A-Fan 1 of 1. Those would be your three probably highest ranking rookie or new virtual battle rap virtual battle rap bloggers. So Jay Prophet comes in at number 12. Reek Ruger at number 11. We've been speaking about all day long. TMR Podcast, you know, even though TMR Podcast has transitioned away from January to June, had a lot of content. It had a lot of effect community-wise on this podcast about virtual battle rap. TMR Podcast number 10. Yes, Beef Facts. Congratulations, you are a top 10 virtual battle rap blogger, bro. It's really not questionable, to keep it $1. Top 10 virtual battle rap blogger. Beef Facts. This might be Beef Facts' first appearance in the top 10 virtual battle rap blogger. That channel goes crazy, man. And no, don't come here about, well, the views. Just take a look at the criteria and get back. Views will be only part of the promotional impact. There's a lot of criteria that was used to establish this list. Rock Files comes in at number 8. Smoke Kings comes in number 7. You know, on the way out, salute to Smoke Kings. Again, congratulations on an awesome battle rap, not just career, but battle rap contributions. Crack Stream Crisis, number 6. Uncompromised Radio, number 5. Adept HNIC, number 4. Unscripted Logic, number 3. Content Cartel, number 2. And yes, Snack King Cole, number 1. I mean, what else does... And look, between these 3, maybe 4, you can switch the order up. But just by using what we got, King Cole is still your number 1 virtual battle rap blogger. And it's very close between King Cole and Content Cartel. That's why you can switch the order up depending on if someone else got some different criteria. That's cool. But King Cole is still your virtual battle rap blogger. And before we hear King Cole, we're still trying to get it to you, bruh. It's been busy. You can check our page. You know what we went up to. It's crazy. So that's still getting to you. But for now, for the first rock rankings of 2025, King Cole is your number 1 virtual battle rap blogger. Not too much to question here. You know, let's check the chat. Okay, we're good. All right, but we're not good. Why is this thing not moving? Okay, it is. All right, cool. All right, so there's your list. We're gonna hold it there for a minute. Again, virtual battle rap blogger. Number 1, Snack King Cole. Number 2, Content Cartel. Number 3, Unscripted Logic. And that also includes Pablo Picasso, Social Assassin, and their channel they have together, and their program they have together. Number 4, Adept HNIC. And if it's for those that's asking, why come Adept is not number 1? Adept didn't have as much content on virtual battle rap as the others. That's all it was. That's really all it was. I mean, now in every other category is like check. But content became a difference here. Uncompromised Radio actually would be a whole lot higher, but they just got back. Okay, Crack Stream Crisis, Smoke Kings, Rock Files, Too Cool for Nerds with Beef Facts, TMR Podcast, Reek Ruger, and Jay Prophet. Those are your top 12 for Rock Rankings 1. For the Rock Rankings 1 of 2025, these are your top 12 virtual battle rap bloggers. Simple and plain. If you want to see this list in its entirety, you're more than welcome to go to the Rock Files YouTube channel for the community posts. Simple and plain as that. Let's move to the ones to watch for virtual battle. Guys, when we talk about that virtual battle rap is fading fast and battle rap is fading fast, this is what we're talking about. So here is your ones to watch for virtual battle rap leagues. This is for the virtual battle rap leagues. And we really don't have to say too much here. And we were talking about we as a collective. Guys, remember when we had like 11 and 12 battle rap leagues? Remember that? Guys, them days gone, man. We got these are the ones to watch. Now, Jiggy Battle League, let's get to it now. Jiggy Battle League is one to watch because we've had conversations. The Jiggy Battle League is planning a card that's going to be pretty awesome. Can't say too much, but salute the Kid Dangerous and Jiggy Battle League, right? VBL Cartel speaks for itself. One to watch. Again, this is in no particular order. Okay? VBL Cartel, Verbal Online Arena. They're playing in the card as far as we know. The Crowd Spaces Battle League. And we know it's probably something else, but this is the best way that we can name it. The Ring, I mean, Killer's Row is coming up in a couple weeks. Duh. Maybe that'd be one to watch. Throwaway Battle League has had 2 matches, and they plan on having a whole lot more with the King Cole. So these are the virtual battle rap leagues to watch. And for those other battle rap leagues, if you're doing virtual battle rap and you haven't contacted us, please don't complain about this list. You got to promote a little bit more, dog. You got to contact us. We got to know you exist. We got to know you exist. That's right. There's only if y'all think this is funny, there's only 6 virtual battle rap leagues that are the ones to watch. That's because look, again, salute to TMR, salute to TMR, and salute to the Gulag. Gulag is outside now. They're not doing virtual battle rap no more. We'll tell you that now. That's a transition. Now, there are reasons why you'll have to contact TM on that. Okay? There are reasons that's their reasons. But no, TMR Podcast is no longer doing virtual battle. And again, for details, please contact TM. Salute to TMR Podcast. We appreciate TMR Podcast for the contributions. Honestly, for some fire cards. We know what's been said. Yeah, but there's some good matches. There's some really good cards they had over there. So the one that come to mind, the Craig G matches were very good. MK, his development was very good. Crush going crazy was over there. Let's see, I want to get 2 more that stick out. Yeah, Cali G battled over there and all that. Don't forget the rap ref thing. TMR Podcast did their thing virtually. So, and also, we all know this, that where there's smoke, there's fire. The reason why they're not ones to watch is because they're not doing virtual anymore. So there's no more TMR. There's no more where there's smoke, there's fire. These are the virtual battle rap leagues that's left. So these are the ones to watch, and it's pretty much not debatable. And honestly, Jason M. salute. That's not accurate. Jason M. mentions there's not enough battlers. There's a whole lot of battlers, man. Now, Jason M., we're going to offer you this. There's not a whole lot of battlers that are doing the cam up in that virtual style. We'll say that. But there's a whole lot of, man, look, take a look at, well, Jason M., you've seen a list of individuals we ask about. That's over 50. That's about 40 virtual battle rappers just off of that. But see, the thing is, in that 40, and Jason M., we talked about this before, or chatted about it before. In that 40, you got a lot of individuals in the Spaces League. And Spaces, got to say this to you. Again, appreciate Crackstream Crisis for having a YouTube channel that shows the Spaces battle. One of your judges on there, Crisis, and not so much Crisis, but for the crowd, right? One of your judges on there legitimately said that, well, yeah, they can read if they want to. That's going to really hurt them when it comes to rankings, man. Because that came up in discussions. Like, we want to rank a lot of, those battlers from Spaces and stuff. We got Prophet in the building. You know what? Check this out. This is what we're gonna do. We got Maze in the building. We got King Cole and Cali G in the building. Let's go ahead right now and drop this code. We'll drop the code right now. And we want to get because Maze is on. Yeah, Maze was on that ones to watch list. Salute to that. And also was on the blogger list. Salute to that. Let's so we got that. Let's be sure to pin that code. Hold on a minute. Cool. Hold on a minute. Just trying to get our tech to be teching, because we're going to be going right to the battle rap leagues, and we're going to have that discussion right after that, and then keep it moving. Simple and plain. Okay, here. There we go. Boom. All right, cool. It's pinned. So Maze, you're more than welcome to come up. Jason M., obviously, you're more than welcome to come up. So this is the ones to watch list. I'm gonna say it again. The difference between the ones to watch list. Let's go ahead and put that in the full screen. Apologize for that. There you go. The difference between the ones to watch list and between the rankings list. Again, the ones to watch are those who have something coming up. So if you're asking, well, wait a minute, how is Smoke Kings not one to watch? They're not doing any more virtual as far as we know. And ladies and gentlemen, on the panel right now, we got Direct. Congratulations to the top 12 virtual battle rap blogger. And he's going to be on some more lists too. We got Jay Prophet, a.k.a. Witty, in the building. Maze, what up?
What up?
It's all good, man. Yeah, this is list night. This is the first reveal of the Rock rankings, man. We're starting out with the virtual battle rap league list, and then we just did the blogger list a little bit. Of course, we can go back and review that as soon as we go through, but these are the ones to watch right here. Don't get it wrong, Maze. On Oh no, this is the league. My bad. Yeah, this is the league. We'll show you the other two lists in a minute because you probably missed that list. But yeah, these are the only battle rap leagues we got, man. That's doing virtual battle rap.
Yeah.
There's no more EBL. Bar You to Death has also mentioned that, well, we did this one card and we ain't gonna be doing no other cards. So Bar You to Death gone. Too Loud to Die gone. You know, I mean, this virtual battle rap is really suffering in battle rap leagues. Now, Jason M mentioned it's not enough battlers. And what do you think about this? Is it not that there's not enough virtual battle rappers, or what's your thoughts on that?
And I'll tell you, man, you know, I don't like to, you know, get too behind the scenes stuff too much in public, but there's just been some, you know, a little commotion and behind the scenes going on. A lot of relationships suffering for whatever reasons.
Yeah.
You know, just you know, in business, sometimes, you know, we run into kinks, you know what I mean? Run into roadblocks and things like that, and just gotta but I've spoke to Too Loud. I think he's probably making a return.
That's exclusive right there. So if me and man, we could use it. We could use Too Loud to Die to return. You know, because
and then you got, you know, like, respect to all the you know, artists and rappers who's just coming out and trying their you know, trying to rap and things like that, you know, but sometimes it's not for everybody. And then you got sometimes rappers that ain't taking it serious too could actually, you know, when there's having like for you know, when you got like Smoke's Last Card or whatever, and then you have a couple lackluster battles, you know, which it was a good event, but you know, you had a couple battles that, you know, didn't go too well. Things like that, just little things like that, man. We just gotta be mindful, you know, and just I think like Yo was saying, I think we need like a PGs for like the beginners.
Completely agree. That's a good idea. But look, the response to that would be, isn't the Pick It Up series kind of the PG, or the Smack Talk series? Isn't that kind of PG, or is that not it?
Nah, that ain't it.
That ain't it? Okay. Because it seemed as if, and again, you know, if Content Cartel, Yo 2 Times in the building, you know, he can clarify, but this is based off of memory. One of those series, either Pick It Up or Smack Talk, was supposed to kind of be that. And then that becomes a transition to a Never Forget or No Compromises type of card.
It could have been Pick It Up, but Smack Talk, this is the first ever Smack Talk.
No. Got that. But was the Smack Talk ever originated? And just to be clear, was it ever originated to be, okay, well, this Smack Talk series is going to be kind of where some PGs can get featured to go to the next level, or was Smack Talk supposed to be a major card also? Because it looks major. The card looks fire.
Yeah, it's a major card.
Okay.
Yeah, this card is insane, man.
It is. That card and Killer's Row, man, are crazy. Both of those cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, salute to Depth and Yo-Yo, and salute to the other card too, man. Like it's gonna be a good month for virtual battle rap.
It is, and it's a shame. I mean, look, VBL Cartel get a lot of criticism. They get a lot of talk and all this. Listen, just gonna say this. Putting all that to the side for those that criticize VBL Cartel, just imagine where virtual battle rap would be right now if there was no VBL Cartel. Just think about that. Think about that we will be left with. And again, if VBL Cartel is not the only virtual battle rap league, they're not. But can we also acknowledge their contributions of what they do for virtual battle rap as far as the organization? Are they perfect? Of course they're not perfect. Is any business perfect? No. But can we acknowledge the battles they put on, the cards they put on? I mean, just saw a little bit of a, you know, salute to Dev HNIC, just saw a little bit of a live where he was talking about he got a sponsor for a $2,500 tournament. I mean, that at least shows that league wants to do virtual battle rap. Now, anything else going on with that, have no knowledge of it, but we're talking about virtual battle rap putting on cards. Because as you see, they are. Or you know what? Jason M, watch this. We do data, right? So this list right here is the ones to watch, right? Well, guess what, Jason M? And this goes right off your comment. We're gonna highlight your comment in a minute. Salute to Jason M in the building. Well, it's funny that Jason M did that because that's not your first occasion submitting that. That is a submission, right? Guess what? Here is the official Rock Rankings 1, 2 for virtual battle rap leagues. And a lot of this is no surprise. Here you go, right here. Let's go ahead and highlight it. There you go. Now, the unfortunate thing about this is that this is top 7. If you notice, the blogger list was top 12. There's only 7 virtual battle rap leagues. There's only 7. So we're going to start with number 7 is Throwaway Battle League. Salute to King Cole. Number 6 is Bar You to Death because they did do the card. There you go. And honestly, there's a lot of discussion to not have Bar You to Death there because they only did 1 card and all this. But as Maze just mentioned, there's a return for that. So salute to that. You got the Crowd Spaces Battle League because they did 2 cards. Okay. Where There's Smoke There's Fire did the 1 card and they're transitioning out. Oh, my bad. Let's read the numbers. Number 7, Throwaway Battle League. Number 6, Bar You to Death. Number 5, the Crowd Spaces Battle League. Number 4, Where There's Smoke There's Fire because they did 1. They went 1. Verbal Online Arenas. Number 3, they did 2. The Ring, what UL stands for is Unscripted Logic. So that's Pablo Picasso, Social Assassin. That's the Ring. And yeah, number 1 is VBL Cartel. Duh.
Yeah, for sure.
What is there? I mean, to be honest with you, this was the easiest list to do, not just because there were so few virtual battle rap leagues, but the data just went crazy in a lot of these directions, you know, not just with submissions and conversation. So Jason M, and this is confirmed by data. So let's go ahead and highlight this real quick for those that's going to clip it up. Yeah, your number 1 virtual battle rap league of 2000, as of the Rock Rankings 1, from January to June, is the VBL Cartel. And honestly, VBL Cartel, nor people that rock with virtual battle rap even has to say that. Now the crowd, those that rock with the Crowd Spaces League is like, yeah, but we got all these cards. We got all these cards. First of all, you have audio battles. Second of all, you one of your people said that you can read on there. That takes down the quality of your matchups. Third, a lot of your roster repeats over itself. What type of new blood do you really get over there? You know, salute to the crowd, but hey, you know, look, crowd, what you may want to do if you really want to go up in rankings, or you may not even care about this stuff. You don't have to. But what you may want to do, have some features on YouTube to where individuals can cam up if they want to cam up.
Mm-hmm. That would be dope.
You know, like it would be great to see Appa cammed up battling Snip Drago cammed up. It would be great to see, like we saw Crisis battle Danny Myers.
That would have been fire virtual.
That would have been awesome to see cammed up.
I'm sorry. If Twitter, if they, you know how you go on there and you go into Spaces, if they had if they update it to where they can actually go on cam right there, that would be dope.
Absolutely. If that, now just to be clear, so let's highlight this. And by the way, for those that would have a question about, well, how did you come up with VBL being the number 1 league? Well, not only is it our criteria, here's Jason M on the day that we revealed this list that gave a submission. That is a submission. Now that's after all the data was collected, but this is where we get submissions from. Jason M, they the main lead, and honestly, Jason, there's not a debate against that, man.
Yeah, it ain't even close.
Yeah, it really wasn't. Even though, and you can check the community post, and we know the community post data is very compromised. Whenever we even say virtual battle rap league, the first name that comes out of a person's conversation is VBL Cartel.
Yeah.
It is. You know, don't get it twisted. For a while, it was TMR, VBL, TMR, VBL, or TMR, Word Sport and all that. But
yeah, they definitely put on over there, especially for the UK.
They did. But just to repeat, well, wait a minute, TMR put on. We have conversation, and we're not going to reveal the conversation. TMR podcast and the consensus has agreed. TMR podcast, take them out. We did that live last week. Actually, we did that live the end of a couple weeks ago. But we want to publicly acknowledge TMR podcast for their contributions to virtual battle rap. Want to say appreciate the cards, appreciate the style, appreciate the diversity of talent, all that stuff. Salute to TMR podcast.
Yeah, definitely salute to them for sure.
Right. And there's going to be another list that's going to be controversial and it's going to be kind of a similar rollout. This has been a very interesting 2025 already, with individuals having to be clear about what categories they belong to. But now, so those are the lists. So again, virtual battle rap leagues. Number 1, VBL Cartel. Number 2, The Ring, Unscripted Logic. Number 3, Verbal Online Arena. Number 4, Where There's Smoke, There's Fire. Number 5, The Crowd Spaces Battle League. 6, Bar You to Death. And yes, 7, Throwaway Battle League. Now, I'm going to say this. According to what we know from Cole, you know, we did it on the Ones to Watch League. All right? That's why we got the Ones to Watch. Watch out for Throwaway Battle League and watch out for Jiggy Battle League. Watch out for those two. You know, Jiggy Battle League, it'll be great. Put on maybe a couple good cards between now and August. We can see you as a number 8. We can see you as at least on the list of 8. We could use more virtual battle rap leagues. You know.
Yeah, IBL. Me and my team's working on my virtual league now. So it'll be sometime in September or December, somewhere around there, to make its debut. Already got a couple battlers that want to debut on it.
Fire. Okay, so look, that's an exclusive. And by the way, real quick before we take the screen down, for those that want to see these lists in their entirety, go right to the Rock Files community post. You know, for those that don't know where the list is, hit the like button, subscribe. You'll see the post right there. Simple as that.
IBL, Ironclad Battle League.
Okay, so just to do the replay, Jay Prophet is going to be the presider, and he's going to be the owner of IBL, Ironclad Battle League. Their first card is in the works to drop September. Salute to that. Congratulations. We can use it, man. We can use it. And look, by us saying we could use more virtual, because this comes up a lot. Well, you saying you want more virtual battle rap leagues. What? You don't like VBL Cartel? That is 100% cap. No, we're saying that the more leagues we have, the more diversity and the more talent we can attract. We get more battles, different styles of battles, different personalities. That's all. We honestly, we want VBL Cartel to do even more. They're about to next month. They're doing. First of all, they're doing this tournament, and we're gonna talk about that tournament in 5 seconds. They're doing this tournament for $2,500, and we're going to say it's capped. To say $2,500 tournament, that's not enough money. Cap. That is enough money, man. Here's why. Because
especially for virtual. Yeah.
Right. Well, especially at all. Look, there are outside battle rap tournaments that are $500 tournaments. There's $1,000 tournaments for outside battle rap. So a virtual battle rapper, and salute to them for getting a sponsor to foot the bill. As far as, again, I think that's state.us that we're getting that sponsor name right. Salute to them. Because
that's fine. Right.
Because now that's going to be a bridge to translate. What we're still missing is a translating thing to explain. Like, we do our best here on this channel. King Cole does it. Again, all the bloggers that are listed, you do also. To translate, hey, for those that never heard of even battle rap, let alone heard of virtual battle rap, we do our best to be ambassadors and explain what it is. But the more individuals explaining and translating it and having that overstanding, lo and behold, now the interest increase. Let's be honest. Even though it sounds simple to us, because we're well, it's just virtual battle rap. We don't know what that is. A whole lot of people don't. There's still a major part of population that thinks battle rap is either Wildin' Out with Nick Cannon or 8 Mile movie. That's all they know. So it's up to us that's on the inside of it to keep having the discussions, keep translating, and keep having these things. Ironclad Battle League, I mean, that's a great exclusive, man. That's exclusive from Jay Prophet, that another battle league is going to be coming out.
We've been working on it. We've been working on it for around 7 months now. Just my team and my manager and everything, just getting everything together and just working on everything. And we're actually and it's got its own little bank account, things like that, because the rappers will be getting paid and things like that. So we're going to do it right. We just don't want to rush it, you know what I mean? But it's definitely it's definitely in motion for sure.
Jason them just said a comment in regards to what you just said, Maze. Dudes got to write their best to keep these sponsors. So Jason, write the best is 100% undebatable, right? But also what these rappers got to do. Yes, of course, their main what's the word? Their main iron in the fire, no pun intended, but their main iron in the fire, of course, is to rap. But also, these rappers also got to promote. And they got to do the business the best to keep these sponsors. one thing that rappers should do is if you know a sponsor's involved and that's what's guaranteeing your pay, why don't you sponsor the sponsor or promote the promoter or promote the sponsor? For example, for those that want to be in a tournament with Stake.us, take a look at what Stake.us is about. Promote that company. Promote it. Because what that'll do,
2025 promotion is very huge.
You gotta have it. Because think about it. There's not going to be a single sponsor, even if your promotion or sponsorship only reaches, let's say, a small YouTube recorded view, or if it only reaches maybe a small customer base, whatever small is. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, on the panel right now, we got, that's right, your current 2025 front runner for virtual battle rap champ. We got Greg the Great in the building. Greg, what up? Did you see the list?
Which one? No, I didn't see it. I just tapped
Okay,
in. My bad.
No explanation necessary. We just want to show you that we do have two lists that are now official. Here's the screen right here. So this is the virtual battle rap league list, top 7. That order is official. Number 7, you got Throwaway Battle League. Number 6, Bar You to Death. Number 5, the Crowd Spaces Battle League. 4, Where There's Smoke There's Fire. 3, Verbal Online Arena. 2, The Ring, Unscripted Lodge, and of course, number 1, to no surprise at all, is VBL Cartel.
Fire.
All right, cool. Real quick, we're just doing a recap for Greg. Be patient with us. We also got a ones to watch list for. Hello, we got a ones to watch list YouTube. We got a ones to watch list for virtual battle rap leagues also, and we also got the blogger list. So let's get to that right now. So we just did that there. That's the link there. Here's the ones to watch list for virtual battle rap leagues. That means these are individuals that have something coming up, a buzz, or an anticipation.
Yeah.
So
I see you got the hang of it.
These are the ones to watch. Jiggy Battle.
So what? Speeding through there, you're starting to be like second nature to you. The way you're running your YouTube and shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like yeah. Oh, definitely, man. Definitely. Like after just getting used to like how a lot of this stuff works and being prepared for it,
Yeah.
It becomes like a motor skill after that. But these are the ones to watch. Yeah. Jiggy Battle League with Kid Dangerous. They have a card dropping soon. Had Maze told us what he told us tonight, they'll probably be here, but that's okay. Watch out for Ironclad Battle League. I want to say that publicly. VBL Cartel, self-explanatory. They got that's a fire name, absolutely. VBL Cartel's one to watch. Verbal Online Arena's one to watch. I believe they got a card coming up soon. The Crowd Spaces Battle League, they drop cards so often. So with their association with Crack Steam Crisis, salute to that. The Ring, I mean, look, Killers Row is coming up July 20th. Hello. All right. Throwaway Battle League, like the Throwaway Battle League has become the type of battle league to where at any moment, keep watching because you'd be surprised at the matchups coming up there. So those are the ones to watch for. Virtual battle rap leagues. Let's get the bloggers right now. And Greg, you're going to want to check this out. We're going to go to the ones to watch list real quick.
Sidebar. I actually had my first in person on Ironclad.
Oh, straight.
Yeah. Salute the Black the Gemini, man. His battle versus JC just dropped. So y'all go run them numbers up, man.
I'll bet that up. That's gonna be your opponent.
No. My first in person was on his league.
Oh, your first in person was. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, but I was saying his the league owner, Black the Gemini, just had a battle against JC that just dropped on YouTube.
Oh, the league owner. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. These are virtual battle rap bloggers, ones to watch. Content Cartel speaks for itself, especially with how they open up their. Like right now, somebody's probably going live on Content Cartel with their program and their platform. Salute to that. Uncompromised Radio, duh. I mean, that's a blogger to watch. That should have to be explained for those who've been keeping up. For those that are not used to that, Uncompromised Radio is hosted by a brother by the name of HB2N. If you want straight up raw Pause. If you want unfiltered conversation about battle rap, caught that. Sorry, Samson. The streak is alive. The streak is alive. Anyway, but yeah, if you want unfiltered conversation and you want direct, like basically you can call it X-rated conversation about virtual battle rap, Uncompromised Radio give it, but not just that. They'll give you information about virtual battle rap and also exclusives on there. Also, Adept HNIC is definitely a virtual battle rap blogger to watch for obvious reasons. I mean, in a lot of ways, you can say Adept HNIC is virtual battle rap anyway, and also a virtual battle rap blogger. You know, conversation with the Wolves, Greg the Great. I mean, what else Greg got to do on? And the reason, and Greg, just to let you know, we ran out of room for this one. We understand it's head ice.
You could have just left it at conversation with the Wolves. They should know who that is by now. You know what I mean?
Bet that up. That helps us out. But obviously, I mean, Greg, see, a lot of you say, a lot will say that, well, wait a minute, why is there one to watch? Isn't that outside battle of head ice and Charlie Clips? But it's Greg is facilitating that and also doing conversations about virtual battle rap and also, you know, building bridges for virtual battle rap to these brothers. So that's an awesome blog. You watch that channel. Not only that, but there's guests that come on. You know, Salute to Mary to the bar zone there.
Gotta be on there for sure. Plus, he's consistent
there's no question,
too,
man.
you know. So, regardless of how you feel about it,
this is just
like you said, there's guests on there, and you know, and he works. He's putting in work.
Appreciate that.
Correct. By the way, this is in no particular order, you know, so there's no numbers here because this is just the ones to watch in general. All right. So it's not, you know, just because Content Cartel is ranked, it's like placed where they're placed, it doesn't mean they're above HB Uncompromised Radio as ones to watch. They're all on the same level. Everyone's on the same level on this list. Crack Stream Crisis speaks for itself. Again, just like Content Cartel, their platform has been accessible to allow the Spaces battle to be over there. And plus, Crack Stream Crisis drops exclusives over there. A lot of information as a battle rap, similar what Great the Great does. Y'all probably catching the pattern here. Unscripted Logic Pablo, and Social speaks for itself. Fat King Cole, duh. Too Cool for Nerds. Too Cool for Nerds and Beef Facts is definitely one to watch. Hey, Jay Prophet, there you go. You're one to watch.
Appreciate it.
Sure. It's an honor, my guy.
Yeah, no, it's and not just that, but just want to let you know that not only has our channel noticed, but a lot of our team noticed, and there's been a lot of individuals say, hey, it's kind of cool what Maze is doing over there with different giveaways and questions and, you know, the content he's putting out. So, you know, so that's credit as a blogger right there. Danksta.backup on vacation right now, obviously. All right, so there's been a breaking content, but don't forget that Battle with Jack Action coming up, and she's gonna be probably blogging about that. You may want to see that. There's stuff we know, can't say it, but you may want to see that. And of course, Reek Ruger, duh. I mean, if there was, we might do a ranking or an award for like rookie or new virtual battle rap bloggers. Reek Ruger, Prophet, Greg the Great, you know, because this is his, you know, first season doing virtual battle rap blog. People like that, even A-Fan, Froku. Well, Froku, he debuted 2024, so he wouldn't qualify for that. But that's the point. Individuals that have started their blogging channels now, you know, that'll be an interesting list to do also. So that's Reek Ruger and Rock Files. Well, this channel you're watching now. All right. So now we get to who are the top virtual battle rap bloggers. And here is the official list right here. In this list, these lists will be shared on Instagram and Facebook and all that good stuff. All right. Give us a little bit to do that before we have a lot to do.
Yeah, that's dope how you, that's dope how you do that and how you keep track of all that. I like that, and that's fine.
It's a lot of information. Just to let you know, we'll get a lot of questions made about, hey, why don't you do this for outside battle rap? Hell no. It's way too much information. It's way too much.
We need it over here because they got enough promote. They got the machine behind them.
Yeah, but keep in mind that Jay Black and all of them are going to stop doing like Cody in a minute, right?
I know, right?
So when he's done, they don't really have a tracking system to really have whatever. You
So
know,
I did
so
Bobby
that's
Griffin,
kind of what's
but
been
yeah,
like.
you're
Well,
right about
man,
that. Yeah, Dave Black was like pretty big
yeah.
over there.
Well, and don't get it twisted. Even in battle rap, battle rap in general, it has to be something that has at least something to keep the biasness away and put the objectivity forward. So it has to be something that can just deal with numbers and just just unfiltered data.
He
That was number
he
two.
keep going back
Anyway,
to that R word, man.
I know, right? And here are your top 12 virtual battle rap bloggers. Number 12, Jay Prophet, without a question. And to be clear, when we say virtual battle rap bloggers, one of the criteria for those that want to bring up salute to Harlem Legend and salute to Piper Boy and all that, they do not blog about virtual battle rap at all. One of the criteria we have, and that goes for DME Detroit, that goes for DNA Tooth and cats like that. They don't have a lot of content on virtual battle rap, probably because they're through it also, and that's their prerogative. But this is for those that blog primarily or have a lot of content contribution to blogging about virtual battle rap. So keep that in mind as we read these names off. So for a lot of individuals that say, I ain't heard of them, they don't blog a lot on battle rap. Yes, they do on virtual battle rap. Yes, they do. Number 12, Jay Prophet. Number 11, Reek Ruger. Number 10, TMR Podcast. Okay. So TMR Podcast is on this list, but not ones to watch because TMR Podcast has now transitioned away. That's how that works. Number 9, Too Cool for Nerds, man. Too Cool for Nerds, man. Going crazy. Number 8, The Rock Files. Number 7, Smoke Kings, because from January till now, Smoke Kings was blogging pretty consistently about battle rap in general, but also about virtual battle rap. One of the best blogs he had over there was about why he's not doing virtual battle rap anymore. And there's a lot of information he dropped on that. So salute to that. Number 6, Crack Screams Crisis. Number 5, Uncompromised Radio, HB2N. Number 4, Def HNIC. Number 3, Unscripted Logic. Pablo, Social, and Unscripted Logic have went crazy starting this season. Number 2, Content Cartel. And yeah, number 1 is Snack King Cole. Snack King Cole is your number 1 virtual battle rap blogger. Salute to those that are in the top 12. Yeah, this is pretty much a foregone conclusion type of list. It really didn't take a lot to do this list, believe it or not. I mean, don't get it wrong. Yeah, you have to gather the data, but I mean, these names are unmistakable. Like these are the names right now, especially when you think of virtual battle rap blogging. These are the names. So for those that are not on the list, it's like, well, I want to be. What about me? Well, look, promote, be consistent, and really, and also here's another way to get ranked on lists like this. Don't just promote your own channel. Of course, promote your own channel. Don't just be selfish though.
Right.
Promote other channels that blog on virtual battle rap. Like we got 2 channels right here. You know what I'm saying? Like Maze is welcome here to discuss virtual battle rap. We've been on Maze's channel to discuss virtual battle rap. Greg the Great's welcome over here. He's good over here. Been on Greg. See, think of this as a network, not a competition automatically. Yes, you want to get yours. But if you're only thinking about yourself, then it's only going to be yourself that's going to do it. And so when it comes to those votes or that data or individuals to promote, ain't nobody going to promote you like that. Like we're going to use, let's see, Smoke Kings is a good example. Smoke Kings, by him blogging about virtual battle rap and also being with, and listen, you don't have to be on everybody's show. To be clear, you don't have to blog about every single thing in virtual battle rap, but let it be more than just your own. Okay, let it be more than that. Then you'll get ranked. Because there's the audience you want to get to. You want to have more visibility. You want to carry virtual battle rap to where it is. And here's another thing. Skip all that. Care about virtual battle rap. Like actually care about it. Just care about it. Be interested in the upcoming battles and blog about it. Talk about that. The same way individuals can talk all day about petty stuff like P. Diddy and Tyler Perry and all that money. Why aren't you talking about virtual battle rap if you're a blogger?
Yeah, and virtual
Especially
battle rap, it's still a baby right now. So really, it's still kind of new. So it's still growing. So it's got plenty of room to grow. So it's going to definitely keep growing and get a lot bigger. Pause.
Absolutely. And you know what? And there's this thing in stock where if you see it's a futures, right? They call it futures, to where, hey, we see that this stock later on is going to be very valuable. Get on virtual battle rap right now, pick your lane, and watch the return. Invest. You don't have to invest money, got it, but invest your energy, invest your concern. You know, I mean, let's be honest. Battle rap in general is pretty trash right now. Let's keep it $1. Y'all saw that gnome card, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, and y'all saw the turnout of it. So the point is, this is not to keep putting down battle rap. This is saying, while it's trash, this becomes an opportunity for those that want to get involved. Get involved, you know? And you don't have to be a perfect blocker. Like, combine virtual battle rap. Case in point, over here, we've combined virtual battle rap, especially on a show like this, heavy into sports, like sports, baseball, football, basketball, bocce ball, lacrosse, whatever, right? Whatever. So we can combine sports, have a proportion for sports, and then still do virtual battle rap, you know? And the reason why this channel chooses to do virtual battle rap is for a very easy reason. It's because virtual battle rap, even though it's not perfect and got a lot of work to do, it at least represents the most organic form of battle rap we got.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. When Greg the Great battles somebody, we don't have to be too concerned about, well, this my friend, this my homie, I'm going to go. We already got a side deal on this. How about this? For this tournament coming up, let's get to it. So great, those are the lists right there. But for this tournament coming up,
Appreciate that, Rob.
the BBL cartel. No doubt. And so for this tournament coming up, one thing that we can pretty much guarantee is that we won't have a Rum Nitty and Geechee Gotti situation. For those that know about that. For those that don't know about it, Rum Nitty, let's see. Yeah, Rum Nitty won the tournament, and then behind the scenes they split the money between themselves. They end up being part of the same clique. See what I'm saying? Whoever wins this is going to walk away with that money. You know? And yes, $2,400 honestly is more than enough. Look, here's another thing to think about. This is their first tournament. Can they see how this is going to work out business-wise? Can they go ahead and get a sense of who's going to do what and what works before they say $10,000 and $15,000 and $3 million? Y'all, respectfully, get some business.
Yeah, this is a lot of this is bigger than people think, man. That getting a sponsor for the first time in virtual, this is a big deal right here.
Yeah. And, you know, and look, again, there's a lot of understanding. There's a lot of personal things and emotional things flying around. There's the trolling. That's fine, great. If you're looking at this strictly from a virtual battle rap lens, this is exactly what virtual battle rap can use. A tournament, uncompromised, the hunger, the one prize. That means, hey, we should get the best out of whoever's going to be in this tournament to get that one prize. It's an all or nothing tournament. 12 battle rappers. By the way, I want to say one criticism though. When it comes to the amount of judges, I think they're going to have 12 anonymous judges. First of all, that's fire. The judges should be anonymous. The reason why the judges should be anonymous is not just so that they don't get the crash out or troll treatment. They should be anonymous so they can just focus on the battle.
Yeah.
One thing that judges have an issue with is the noise around. Almost being a judge on battle rap is like being a battle rapper yourself. In a lot of ways it is. Because now, whatever decision you come up with, you got to be sure you're ready to defend it. So now you got to battle the opposition. You got to battle the consenting point of view and say, oh, no, man, but them bars, though. Yeah, them bars, though, but your brother choked. Yeah, he choked, but he's still there. Nah. Nope, sorry. So it depends on what judge you are. So it becomes a battle to hold on to a decision in the face of opposition. So now by this being anonymous, that those judges can hold on to that decision. The only criticism would be have an odd number of judges. 12 is an even number. Have 13 or 11.
Yeah.
Or 11, even 11. Because this way now you avoid the tiebreaker. That's the only criticism. But having anonymous judges, look, and this is speaking as a channel that we have anonymous submissions for our list. So 100% have anonymous judges for these battles. And maybe you know, And look, have the screening process anonymous too for these judges, and be careful about the communication of that. That is awesome to do that, and for the battlers that's going to be in that. Look, if you're smart, if you're like, well, man, how come they ain't paying it? There's many ways to get money off of your round of the battle. Many ways.
Yeah, not only is the bag there, like, you know, for like the rappers who actually join the tournament, that's promotion and everything like that. You're branding yourself regardless if, you know what I'm saying, how far you get to the tournament. It's still, you know what I mean, you're still branding, you're still like getting yourself out there. You know, you don't know who's gonna be watching it.
Like, okay, so we're gonna drop this one idea. If a battle rapper wants to get additional money, first have a platform. This may encourage a battle rapper to actually start promoting the type of battle rap they do. One thing battle rappers kind of miss the mark on is every great battle rapper has a character. Do you ever? Now, we ain't talking about kayfabe. We're talking about a style, a set fingerprint style. Like when Hitman Holler battle, whatever you think of Hitman Holler, that's cool. When Hitman Holler battle, he has a certain voice, a certain cadence. He's going to have a certain subject. He has a character. Goods definitely has a character. Sure. Whether you like the character or not, he has that. More of these virtual battle rappers, and the character can just be who you are. But what element of who you are you going to be battling with, per se? If you have that, what you can do with your round is you can let that be edited, let that be chopped up, and then start promoting this angle. Now, how would you promote that? Now, you know, there's ways to do it. You have to find your way on that. But that would be a good way to get paid and draw attention to what you do. You get paid. One way of getting paid is to draw attention to what you do. If you want to be a so-called star, do that. You know, a lot of y'all got some fire materials. Have you actually taken ownership of your content and then done anything with your material, with your bars? Have you done that? If you haven't, you're missing money. But then again, that'll be for the battle rapper. And battle rappers, this is just a conversation. Battle rappers, this is just something to think about as far as what you can do for your money. Should others be doing something for your money? Sure. But guess what you can do about what other people do with their money? Nothing. You can do a whole lot with what you do with yours and what you do with your money earning potential. That's up to you. You can take that moment, you can take that word, you can throw it in the garbage, whatever, but we'll say this, that works. It's called niche marketing. It's also called character identification. Look it up. It'll help, you know? And so basically, get all your battle rappers. If you're going to be in this tournament, and let's say you lose in the first round, have a fire performance and get your content. Just ask for content and use it.
Yeah.
All right. And listen, judges are different than you. Battle rappers, judges are different than you. You can write something, say something that you think is fire. The judge may disagree. It doesn't mean that you stop what you're doing. It means that, okay, that judge disagreed. But I'm going to say this. If all 11 judges think you're trash, you may want to take a look at something. That's 11 or 12 or 13. But I'm going to say this. It really should be an odd number of judges, 11 or 13. It really should be, to avoid the tiebreaker. That's just an idea. Take it for what it is. You know. So Maze or Greg, who's in the tournament so far? Is there any word on that?
You said who's in the tournament so far?
Correct. Or who's
I think there's only like 7 maybe so far.
I only know like 3 or 4 names that are in the in this tournament.
Bro, I'm one of them parents, bro. Why you think you can question me?
Well,
me, Mr. ENT,
T-E something. I don't know. He's got a weird name.
The CEO.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me, Mr. ENT, Cino the God.
Okay.
And I think that's all I know right now.
Yeah, there ain't
I ain't
that
really been.
right
So
now, but I've been talking. I talked to Yo behind the scenes. I'm sleeping on it, so I'll have my decision tomorrow.
Back to that.
okay. So Jay Prophet, aka Woody, are you going to enter the tournament also?
I'm sleeping on it.
Are you sleeping on it? Okay. That's what you're just saying. Okay, just want to be sure. I got it. All right. So far, Mr. ENT, Great the Great. Who's that other? Who's this other person? Oh, Sino the God. We got that. Sino the God, ENT, Great the Great. Who's the fourth person again?
He goes by the CEO,
He was like,
but
hey, yo,
That name sounds a little
but
familiar.
his YouTube handle is
Something money.
what's up, Cole?
Green Money.
Yeah.
And he was
Green Money. Okay.
But that's almost an oxymoron, I believe.
And I was like, okay, what's up? He was like, I'm
Huh.
gonna
Right.
right?
Like, I mean, that shit just sounded dumb when you said it, but
I know. Right?
And
Well, you know what? With a name like either the CEO or Green Money, you know, got to be careful of names like that because now it's going to be an expectation of your time. So that could be something in a tournament that could hurt you or help.
There's so many
depending what
fuck niggas that I'm not cool with in this culture, bro.
yeah.
I'm
Who's
not
that rapper?
anybody else
Not rapping. He on the phone. Trauma.
ever again, bro.
Oh, okay.
Like,
But
there's a lot of
yeah, that name is just terrible. It's a terrible battle rap name. And
oh,
Which one, Green Money or the CEO?
Both
Which
either
which
one.
is bad?
Either one.
Yeah. The CEO is better than Green Money, but neither one really. The CEO, look, if you're the CEO, you're limited. Like, I mean, you could battle as a CEO, but your angle may be kind of obvious. And if you're a street, I hope you're not as well. You could be a street type dude with a name like that, because maybe you say I'm a street CEO. And respectfully, a CEO is not an owner, and is not the final authority. For those that know a bit about business structure, CEO, COO, president, vice president, board of directors, etc. So, I guess we'd have to see how that work out. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, that name is just as whack as Easy the Block Captain. Never liked that. Never liked that name Easy. Never liked that.
Yeah, that name's crazy. I don't know why you didn't just stop at Easy.
I don't like the name Easy. Ease or Easy for a male battle rapper.
Especially when you already got Easy E, the legend. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And honestly, even for Easy E, we know, coming up in that, because Maze, we came up in that era.
Yeah, that's a bad time to be named that. Like,
yeah, man. Like, hold up. Okay, so you got MC Ren, the villain, right? Yeah. Okay, hey man, watch out for MC Ren. Okay, because you rapping gangster stuff, you rapping street stuff that fits. Even Dr. Dre work. Even Ice Cube, Cool in the Break. Easy, like
yeah, didn't mess well.
That ain't it, player. That ain't unless there's a crazy way to flip that name.
Even had BG Knockout. BG Knockout was a good one. He was a
BG Knockout.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the real Compton City G guys, right?
Yeah, the BG Knockout. Yeah, he was on the Easy E Diss the Dre.
Yeah, that was the real Compton City G's. So remember that bass line like yesterday. Yeah, that bass line was fire. Anyway, that's music talk. But anyway, BG Knockout work. Look, it's a good thing it was BG Knockout, not another thing with B in it. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing he avoided that one letter. That one letter. Ooh-wee. But but the Easy, anything with Easy in it, just like a rapper calling himself Foots.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Feet? All right, man. And granted, there's probably a story behind it, all that, but we're just talking about names. We ain't talking about the skill, we're talking about names. Some of these names. Like Gwitty is not a bad name because it got Witty in it. You know, like you got your J Prophet, aka Witty. Okay, Witty, cool.
Yeah.
You know, you slip up the word. You know that could relate to. Okay,
Yeah.
that worked.
That's
That worked.
really
But-
honestly. Some people bring it up in battle rap, but honestly, that's actually my alter ego in my music. Really, that's not even got nothing to do with battle rap. That wasn't a league, man. I don't know what them people was doing, but they bashed that league up, man. It was supposed to be 3 rounds, and see the dude that I battled, he had like he was doing comedy skits, and he put a mask on like a mic stand, and he was making, he did comedy skits. So really, I was mocking that dude. So that's why
that wasn't Dr. Dandruff, was it? Was that Dr. Dandruff back in the day? No.
That's what that dude was doing. That's why that judge said he
No. Was asking, was his name Dr. Dandruff? Was it that guy?
I don't know, but they lined me up because I had 6 minutes of material, but it was only my third round. My first round was I was freestyling that.
Oh, okay.
And then I tried to rap my second, and they cut me off.
Okay.
And then of course you got battle rappers judging it. Them's not even actual judges, so they're not going to do. They're going to clown. They're not going to do right. Because I just seen because when I first come around, I was spaz out rap real fast. But I tell you who also has a problem with that, man. That Irv the Voice.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Sorry, we got off topic real quick.
Oh no, you good? No. That's on topic. That's on topic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No. My bad. I was just getting a whole lot of messages off Facebook trying to see this real quick. All right, cool. Yeah. So salute to everybody on Facebook. Don't know how we didn't see this before. What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, salute to the Rock Files, though. I noticed your channel's actually growing, man, and it's coming along.
It is. It basically just boils down to going live more often. That's all it really boils down to.
Yeah, I noticed, man. Like mine grew real quick. Mine was growing real quick because I go live at least. I try to go at least 4 times a week.
Yeah, it's so difficult over here because there's so many things going on. Like, okay. Mm-hmm. So obviously, we with the list thing and all that, we got to go more live there. And honestly, a lot of these lists, we're going to probably do less explanation of it, because look, the whole world is basically waiting for the battle rapper list. That's what it boils down to. And that's cool. That's preferred. But once we drop it, we're just going to say, this is what we got. And that's going to be it. Now, as far as legitimate discussions about it, like, well, you know what? Hey, I would have this person there. Can we discuss that? Yeah, if it's like that. But if as far as like trying to prevent a crash out of stuff, that's going to be way less of what we're going to do with these lists. Because to keep it $1, it's just no question how much thought went into it. What's funny about this? Just thinking about that for a minute. A lot of this information we get, it'll get translated to places that don't even know these people exist. Case in point, we brought up War Q. War Q is a battle rapper that battled on the Spaces battle, right? And he was fired. Now, was he reading? Have no idea. It didn't seem like he was reading. He was fired on this. So, like, he's probably going to end up being on the ones to watch list. The point is saying is that's what a lot of these lists do. It's like, wait a minute, this person, who's that? Who's that? That's what the list is designed to do. Is to shed a light of. Let's start a conversation.
Yeah, it's like scouting talent, pretty much scouting the talent.
It is 100%. And notice that it's not meant for just a put down. It's also meant for congratulations. I mean, obviously someone like yourself, someone like Pablo, someone like Social, etc. If y'all doing what you're doing and it's being noticed and recognized, that's an accomplishment, man.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody knows or not, but bro, I've been going on a crazy promo run, and Social's been on a promo. Actually, we just got off. We had a little pre-face-off, actually freestyle and everything, and kind of ran him off the panel. But anyway, we're main event now. They're
right. Saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're actually main event now, and that goes back to actually promoing and promotion. You know that I've had one battle this year, and I'm main event over everybody on the card.
That, you know what? That's a fire. That's fire, man. Wow. Look at this. Bar You to Death. This just in. This just posted 3 hours. Suits to Bar You to Death. Just got tagged into this. Not tagged in, but you just got a word of this. Bar You to Death League Harlem Nights 4 main event to be announced. Co-main events, door open to be announced. Media coverage by Hip Hop Is Real. So it looks like this is going to involve T-Rex, Knives to God, Angry. Okay. All right. So, hey,
If it goes through, man, salute to them.
No doubt, man. Barry Duff is back outside. Barry Duff's back outside.
Because last time that happened with T-Rex and all that, it ended up going sour. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah. There's a lot of well, you know by now. There's a lot of stuff behind this. Anything could have happened with that. Have no knowledge of it. No knowledge of it.
Salute to Bar You to Death, man. I fuck with Baz, man. That's my homie, man.
Yeah, you know, they're doing what they're doing, man. Obviously, speaking of virtual, we'd like to see them come back and do another virtual card. You just mentioned that they will be, so very interesting in that. And that's another thing about different virtual battle rap card leagues is that we get to have different interpretations of the type of talent to carry out these battles. It's eerily similar, like, okay, obviously the KOTD URL has a certain sound and a certain flavor it got. KOTD has a certain sound and flavor it got. So now the diversity expands battle rap. You know, it doesn't become like, well, sorry, if you're not this one type of personality or this one type of character, you can't battle rap. No, now there's room for you, whoever you are, whether individuals call it corny or not, whether individuals call it cool or not. We could use these personalities. How are you going to have a styles clash if you don't have diverse styles? Let's have that.
That's a good point.
Yeah, let's have diverse styles to have an actual styles clash. Like having, look, and it is be a crazy battle, but when Sharon battled Tay-Rock or when Sharon battled Suge, the whole world was like, man, Sharon don't have a chance, and he beat both of them in a lot of ways. There's a lot of consistency that has Sharon winning both those battles. And here's a guy, not street. He's not the greatest rapper like that, nor has the greatest pen, but he's an amazing battler. He knows how to battle.
He knows what he's doing, yeah.
Exactly. He knows how to get the moment. He knows how to project. He knows how to set things up. A lot of stuff is a cheap formula as far as the current event bars and all that, but he knows how to structure it to where it hits with that audience. He studies. That's another thing Sharon does. He studies the audience he's going to be battle rapping on. He studies that platform well.
Yeah, he knows how to read the room well.
So, for example, what was that battle rap series they used to have? Yeah, it was a freestyle battle. It's late right now, but it's a freestyle battle rap series they used to have. I think Big K conceded the DNA battle on this series. Can't think of what it is right now. But the thing is, that's a skill battle rap league, or that's a skill battle rap platform. So going there, gun bars, and say, I'm going to embarrass you, or going there with a whole bunch of jokes that don't show skills, you're probably not going to get the win. Versus if you're battling on URL and it's gritty, or at least they want to have a gritty character, you're just showing skill and saying all these words and not being direct on your opponent and not talking to that opponent, not aggressively getting at them. You probably won't get that win on URL. You know, different arenas, different games. That's why it's so important to have more battle rap leagues and more different style of battle rappers. You know,
yeah, I noticed that here lately, like, cause back when I was coming up and things like that, back then it wasn't all about like being direct. People was direct, but like when Cassidy battled,
Freeway.
Yeah, it didn't. He wasn't direct. You know, they wasn't direct. They had like random verses, but it went over well. But I noticed now, it is like the supporters and everything like that. They are demanding more of like a direct towards your opponent. They want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
You know. You still get some random bars and stuff from here to there, but you know there is a lot more MCs being a little bit more direct. You know, but now you still hear it a lot where they're not though.
Yeah, you know, plus a lot of it, and that's the reason why it's important to have criteria set of okay, and those doesn't have to be written down like our channel or any other channel. But if you're battling, what's the criteria for the battle? It's kind of what we're talking about with these leagues, right? The Spaces League says guys could read on here. It's an audio battle, don't cam up. Versus VBL Cartel's like no reading, cam up, battle, and be sure your Wi-Fi on point. So those are different environments and different situations, and those are pretty clear. Well, that's how battle should be. If the leagues are clear, then the battle should be clear too. Like what will determine what are the rules of the battle? You know, kind of like, you know, if you got rules for limits of how long the round should be, or if you got, you know, who goes first and who goes second and all of that. Okay, well, have the same for what's the criteria to win in this battle. What's allowed, what's not allowed. You know, and honestly, what's this? This? Oh, there we go. Okay, having issues. All right, we're good. Anyway, but yeah, honestly, that's where we get into a lot of when it's like left, you know, not communicated well. What is going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this laptop is tripping. Hold on, we're gonna fix this right now. Yeah, there's a delay going on this laptop for some reason.
Oh yeah, they well, you're on Restream. I know.
Right, we should be good.
I know when I was on mine, they was having some problems, some delays and stuff going on that they was actually working on. They was sending me notifications, but that was on StreamYard. Restream, what's it about? Is it better?
Yeah. So the Restream, bottom line, the Restream is being used because it's cheaper per month. Is what it boils down to. Now it does have some features that StreamYard doesn't. Plus, StreamYard done went crazy up. Like
no, man.
StreamYard went from
they get me for $90 every time I turn around.
Nah, see, we ain't doing that. Restream is around what, $13 to $16 or something like that. You know, so StreamYard was, I think it went as high as $50 a month. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, nah, it's 88 now.
88, yeah, that's whoa. It's $88 a month.
Yeah, that's what they just charge
for
my card.
For StreamYard.
But now they do have one that's $44 a month, and then there's one that's $88. I don't know. I guess you get different perks for the $88. But for some reason, when I put my card in, it automatically took the most expensive one. It gave me the most expensive deal.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to get my card off of there, and you know, because honestly, that's like a little. I think that's a little too much.
Well, it's a whole lot too much. I mean, like if you think about it, all we want to do is go live and okay. The pricing probably should go according to how often it's used, instead of just like, well, if you use it at all, everybody pay the same price. Like, okay, if it's only being used, the individuals that use it that they use it every day, all day, multiple occasions a day, go live. Definitely, they should be paying more, of course. But if you have individuals that's like, well, hey, we're 3 or 4 times a week, and we're going to keep it under a couple hours, that should be less. You know, but look, one thing about business, we know how this business thing go. They're like, that's cool. We want money though. We're here for money. You know, you enjoying the product is just only means something else because that guarantees our money.
Yeah.
All right. So that's where we as consumers and we as content individuals, we decide where we want to go. So if something new comes up and it beats Restream, and not just cheaper, but it also, and one thing about Restream, it's very tough it's very, very tough to be able to use the screen share and show video.
Yeah,
StreamYard.
I do that a lot. Yeah.
It's very
It's
choppy
got
on Restream.
it's having studio instability issues. The latest version of some browsers, you know what I mean, Firefox, all that have been causing studio instability. So it's been giving me this message, and that's why I didn't go live for long today, because it's been giving me that problem. And let me see what they charge me. They charge me billing right here, $88.99 a month.
Whew!
You're on a monthly advance plan, and then I can hit change plan, and they do have a core plan that's $44 a month. All right, and you get all free features with that. All right, now with the advance, I get a lot more. Yeah, I get 4K multi-stream, extra camera, 15 backstage persist. Yeah, so it's a lot. But now I wouldn't need that one until my page actually. I don't need the $88 until my page gets to where it's going. I could get by with the core one, so that would save me. That's half the money right there. So I'm gonna switch to that plan when my bill's up and get because that's all I need is the $44 one.
Right.
Still high.
That's mad high. I mean, $90 or $88 is enough for some utilities, dog. I mean, like, again, that's their business model. So for us that don't like it or believe that, hey, we can do better, and you can almost hear it. Well, no, man, just get more money. Do something to offset the cost. Okay, or how about this? We can offset costs by going to another option. That offset costs too. Welcome to business, And honestly, for Restream or StreamYard to demand this stuff, you got to have a far more stable product. Now, a lot of these things deal with bandwidth that affect what all they can carry, and of course they pay a certain amount to use bandwidth that charges them a lot of money. So
what's crazy is it says Advance is the most popular of the StreamYard. That's wild. But now it does come with a lot of perks though, man. Like you get a lot of hours for like the pre-recorded stream. See, I can set mine up before I go on it, and I can have it set up to where I don't even have to do anything. It's all right there for me to work with. You know what I mean? I don't have to go through no web searches or none of that, because I can pre-put everything right there and just work with it throughout the night, because I got so much room. You know what I mean? When you got the core one, say if I want to put because I post a lot of things. I show pictures, I show a lot of videos, things like that. I don't just talk. Sometimes I don't just talk through it. So I show a lot of things, and sometimes when you post, you'll run out of room. But if you got the $88 one, you can load more things up in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but it's still outrageous, man. I might try out the Restream. I mean, it's it okay though?
Outside of the choppiness of the screen share and things like that, outside of the video, I mean, it was funny. It plays video that they allow for video storage. It plays it perfectly. Like a lot of our intro videos we have, or our not drops, but a lot of our transitional videos that we have, they play that perfect.
Yeah, you have yeah, I love your intro and stuff like that. You got that going on.
No, I appreciate it. So they have that pretty smooth. And honestly, really like the way these icons look as far as the live, having a circle instead of just having it squared off. Really like that, So overall, it's cool. Even the easy accessibility to choose channels and stuff, it's pretty cool. Now, of course, supply and demand. The more individuals that use something, greed is going to come in. So we got to be careful of, use it while you can up until it gets so popular. And they say, well, look, since all y'all using it, we about to charge even more than StreamYard, and we're going to get up out of here.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, you can do can you set up your intro and outro without clicking the video, where it automatically comes on, just like StreamYard?
Probably, be honest with you, haven't even looked into doing that yet. I get probably the reason why it hasn't been looked into doing that yet for this channel. Just enjoy the control, just enjoy like now I want to click it and put it in a certain spot. Although it wouldn't be a bad idea to check it out because it's like, hey, well, if this is here and if it's already in auto mode, wouldn't have to, do as much. It'll already be set and then we can do something.
Yeah, on StreamYard, like, when I'm in my studio, like my intro, my outro, once I hit go live, my intro plays automatically. And once I exit, my outro plays automatically. Ain't got to touch nothing.
Right. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Yeah, it would imagine that this probably has it also. Just I'm going to share some with you, man. It's this choppiness of the video thing is something that's got to get solved before we go too much further into the restream because that's just unacceptable. Yeah. And it's not our Wi-Fi is crazy good over here, crazy good. So it's not the Wi-Fi connection, it's not the browser, nothing like that. It's just that there's something else going on, Salute to Content Cartel, 2 times. The last 2 episodes when we try to like even when we do the message music sessions, now we have to play lyric videos because when it plays the videos on another tab or browser, all of a sudden here we go. Here we go with the choppiness and stuff. Can't have that for that type of show.
Yeah, can't have that. So, I might just stick with the. Yeah, I might just stick with the one I got, man. But I might try it out and see how it goes. But I like streaming. Yeah.
Experiment, see what's up. Salute to the and this restream came off a referral. Salute to the brother and the company that referred that. You know what I'm saying? And it's outside of that, it's working out pretty well.
Yeah, that price is beautiful. That's the best thing about it. The cheapest one over here is the $44. That's still high.
Yeah, when we stopped using StreamYard, what was that at? Like 29 or 39? I think it was like $39.99 or $29.99, whichever one. Yeah.
Damn, so it's going up. It's going up rapidly, then, ain't it?
Obviously,
damn.
Yeah, man. That's one thing about this economic system. One thing you can guarantee is that bills will go up and price will go up. But pay and money coming in, you have to fight for that to go up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact.
No doubt. Well, yeah, man. Killers Roll's the next battle rap card. Can't wait. Gonna be very tuned in for that. Can't wait for that. Obviously, you versus Social gonna go crazy. That's gonna be fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's gonna be a goodie.
Yeah. What we might do for this challenge, thinking about it, is, and that's why it was very important for us to get these lists started no later than tomorrow. But by us getting these other 2 lists out of here,
yeah.
If we probably it'll be crazy if we can get all these lists, including the message music sessions, like top 15, top 12 lists, whatever. If we can get that all out before Wednesday, that'll be crazy.
That's great.
And actually, we'll have to kind of do that because this weekend we have a full weekend of concert and events in Plymouth, Michigan. So, so this weekend, outside of maybe Sunday night, we'll probably be nowhere on YouTube at all because that's going to take up everything.
Yeah, it be like that sometimes.
Oh yeah,
we got nobody like nobody that can like run it for you for a few minutes, like when you're real busy.
So absolutely. So okay. So if it was a foreign tour, yeah, we can still we can still do what we do, But there's certain things gotta physically be there for.
Yeah.
Certain things.
Yeah.
Like it's for this occasion in Plymouth, gotta see that one directly. Like we just had a group perform in Windsor. Salute to Universal Expression. We just had a group perform in Windsor, and they killed it. But none of us were there. We just know they killed it. And business when it's a win. It was all good. What else happened? Oh yeah, there's another group we have in Kansas City, Missouri that just did their thing, this past week. So, so a lot of the stuff can run autonomously, in other words, independently. But certain stuff, especially if it's with things that's kind of like been an annual thing, we got to be there. Got to be there for that. Got to be there. So.
Yeah, man, I can't wait for these. It's gonna be a good month for virtual, and
it really is.
I battle Need now. I got him, and I'm working. I got some other stuff going on over there. He's got a card coming up. He's got Jerry West and stuff. That's on the battle judge, stuff like that. So I'm hoping to have at least 5-6 battles by the end of the year.
That's a good season, man. That's a good season. You figure if it's 12 months, and that basically means you would have battled on average every 2 months. That's good. That's a good pace.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start. I'm still gonna do my music and spend some time in my studio, but I'm gonna cut my music in half and focus more on my battle rap career for a while, because that's people they always say that, but to me, like, I'm consistent when it comes to like music in general, like making beats, being in the studio, dropping songs,
right,
and all that stuff. Like battling, not so much, because it's just like things in my music and just a lot of stuff going on. And I'm not one of them ones like that's just how I operate. You know what I mean? I'm more like a quality over quantity. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
right.
I said, like I'm main event over Greg, and he's got 8-9 battles this year. I got 1.
Mm-hmm. Well, one thing about main eventing is that the league is the one that determines what's up. I mean, if the league got a business deal that's pending, say, wait a minute, this is drawing more action toward this card, and this is what we want.
Yeah.
Look, perfect example, just speaking musically for a minute. There have been many occasions back in the day when we used to get called last minute. There'll be many occasions we get called last minute. Next thing we know, we headlining and that actually happened.
Yeah.
July 19th, we're going to be headlining the African World Festival in Detroit.
That's fine.
One of our groups.
Yeah. Salute to y'all.
Right. Now, all praise to the Almighty, man, because that's who did it. And what's funny about it? This just came through last week. See what I'm saying? Now, of course, we got to do the whole rollout. We can't get into like which group it is and all that stuff. Can't do that yet. But just by that happening, think about this. And they said, yeah, we want you guys to headline Sunday night. I'm like, whoa, okay, let's do it. I mean, we're obviously ready. There's nothing. All headlining means is that the slot you perform in, that you've been doing your thing, is going to be late.
Yeah.
That's when the headliners usually go on. That's nothing for us. We look secretly, and we'll keep this like this. If anything, if we're already rolling on our own tour and we just got finished with a joint, if the business is correct and everything checks out, we could easily headline that following night if we have to. But it'll have to be a really correct type of business, and that promo would have to be fire on point. And if it's not, we ain't gonna do it. So that's just a lot of similarities between what we do musically and what battle rappers go through. But yeah, man, like, yeah, you basically pick your poison. Pick your poison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been promoting crazy. I know I put at least 120 hours in just promoing on the social battle. So that's one of the things it was, and him too. You know what I mean? Respect to him, like he has been promoting too. And there's just a lot of interest on this battle, man. Everybody wants to see it, and it's just taking over the card.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's the name. Oh yeah, the point even bringing that up with the headline thing. The reason why they'll call us to do it, it goes right what you're saying, because we don't just take a show and just go and play music. We take a show. We're editing videos. We're sharing flyers. Right. We're talking it up.
Putting in the work, your whole brand, not just
right.
Yeah.
But like even on a message, like even having a message music platform, to where of course we're going to play what we play, but also we announce concert events. We do it with those that have, those dates coming up. We have a date coming up. Case in point, July 18th. So that's going to be a what? about a week or so from now, Leave It Lifted is dropping their EP. You know,
Cool.
just by saying that right now, with all this buzz, obviously there's gonna be some anticipation because we've been playing Leave It Lifted stuff on the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like, oh, hey man, we want to hear that EP. Well, that's not a problem. Not a problem at all. But see, that's what we do for products. We automatically are talking it up. A lot of people don't promo, bro, about their battles.
They don't, man. Like,
but here's why they
don't. A lot
don't.
of rappers on this card I haven't seen doing a lot of promo, and honestly, I haven't.
Well, first of all, and that promo will show you, and we're talking about basic promo. So we're not talking about the whole crazy commercial thing or video or whatever. We're talking about are you going to use the most effective form of promo, which is word of mouth? Are you as a participant in whatever you've been engaged to do? Are you going to be excited about it? Just by the people being excited about it and just talking about it, that becomes its greatest promo right there, dog. Mm-hmm. Listen, like the reason, okay, going back to the Message Music Session show, that works because genuinely the voice behind this music is excited about it. Is excited about independent music. It's excited about new voices and eclectic mixes and stuff that, as the song says, stuff that you don't hear on commercial radio, terrestrial radio. You hear here, you hear in this location.
Right.
So with a lot of battle rappers, they don't have that excitement for what they're doing for whatever reason it is. For whatever reason it is, they're not really that jazzed about who they're battling, or they're not really that excited about it. Or maybe a lot of them don't think they can win that battle, whatever battle they had.
Yeah.
Because if they did, they'll be talking that stuff. Salute to Viral Money. One thing Viral Money would do, he would have such a flair for promotion. And of course, it'll be done in a very controversial way. Controversy sells. Salute to that. But one thing he would do is he would have those that didn't promote become better promoters. Mm-hmm. He would at least set a platform for that. He's the type of personality. I'm going to talk psychologically. I'm going to talk to you a certain way. You're going to have to talk, or it's going to look bad for you.
Exactly.
The motivation of it all.
Exactly, because and actually I think I did that for Social, because he with the whole A fan thing, he didn't do it as good as he did with mine. You know what I mean? So I think I might have pressured him into being a little promoing a little bit more too. So you're right about that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be there's a certain energy that if we really felt like it in a lot of different business things, we'll say it like this. Our business doesn't like a lot of personal attention. We don't. We're more behind the scenes. We're more chilled out. But there are certain things we know about promotion that can have some things go crazy just just all of a sudden, understanding how people operate. But those are things that, especially the drama element, the negative element, the controversial element, those are things we stay away from because of spiritual reasons. Yeah. That's not something we want to be around. Now, I'm not saying, don't get it twisted. Those that do the crash out, we'll watch a crash out. Those that do the drama and the roasting and the kicking insults, a lot of that stuff is funny. It's just that's a consuming the product versus producing the product.
Yeah.
That's not something we'd be a part of. Like even with music, most people are gonna do their music, they're gonna have all the foul language they're gonna have, and they're gonna rap about what they rap or sing about what they sing or talk about what they talk. Those are subjects that we'll listen to someone else do, because that's what they do, But we would not produce that because that's not what we produce.
Right.
That's all. But honestly, no matter what character someone has, to not be excited about what you're doing is insane.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these individuals. What?
For if they're not excited about like what they're doing, it don't make sense to me for them not to be excited. I love what I do, man. I love it.
Right.
I love putting my rounds together. I love writing. I write at least at least on a bad day, I write for 2 hours a day.
See? And honestly, Maze, that's probably why you're going to have a good fan base, because regardless of winning, losing battles, whatever the case may be, your passion and your passion and compassion for what you do is going to come across. You know, look, when Danny Myers battled Rum Nitty on the first occasion, the reason why that battle is such a classic battle, and it is a classic battle, is because you could tell that these guys just really enjoy battling each other.
Yeah.
They enjoyed that. Now, of course, you know, they both wanted to win, but they enjoyed that. You know, Danny Myers will say something crazy, Rum give it up for him, but then Rum's gonna not just rap back at him. He's gonna go ahead and say, no. You were fired, but I'm more fired. And Danny Myers is gonna be like, oh, wait a minute, you were fired too, but I'm more fired. So now you have this kinetic energy with two excited gladiators battling. So now we all get to be a part of it. And then one of the, you know what the best response for a battle is when you have someone or a good consensus that says, we all won.
Yeah.
We all won. Because that's the whole purpose of it. We ain't talking about just performance stuff. We're talking about where both of these individuals fought so well in that ring. Bars were so fire. Delivery so incredible. Passion was so amazing. No choking, no stomach, so clean that it was a pleasure for us. Now, of course, somebody will pick a winner, somebody will pick a loser. But at least,
yeah, I know what you're saying. Because even if they have even if the consensus is like, man, that's like a draw, but you know what? Everybody won. You know what I mean? Like everybody won. Like there's no losses here. Like that. Hey, that's true, man. Like yeah, the passion definitely comes across for sure. Yeah, man. Did you see the Crisis and the Danny battle?
Sure did. Heard it. Look, one thing, and Crisis gets a lot of bad rap for those that don't like his style or whatever. But one thing you got to say about Crisis, and this might be Crisis' greatest attribute, and they can clip this up and send it to him. Crisis is fearless. He don't care who you are. He gonna battle you. He's fear. We don't have enough of that.
Exactly. And you know what
we got a lot of scared battlers out here.
He gains respect.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And listen, every battle rapper, very few battlers are going to have a plateau. They're either going to get better or get worse. Crisis has to work on a lot of his battles as far as his skill and attributes. And stuff. But one thing that will carry Crisis far, that'll have maybe the pen step up a little bit more if it has to, for those that believe it do, you know, or if it's got to be maybe a different rhythm here or there. But Crisis A has improved in a lot of these battles, and B, he at least wants to battle. Yeah. You know, there's a thing about analysis, and there's so many trolls are out here that they want all the analysis to be like, well, tell what's wrong with it, what's wrong, what's bad about him. Reality to us as trolls are insults only. We don't want to hear what's good. We just want to hear what's bad. Well, then you want to hear a lie. Because a lot of these individuals, don't get it twisted. There's some battle rappers out here that are just trash and shouldn't be battled.
Yeah, that's
okay. They've already been identified over and over. Yeah. But they have the opportunity to develop. They have the opportunity to get better. If they get better, we have the right to say, wow, compared to what you were. Mr. ENT, salute to him. Mr. ENT in 2024 was not good. This channel is on record saying, man, that he's the worst out here. But guess what Mr. ENT did? He's like, all right, cool. He came out in 2025, came out and bodied a fan. That was that was the best Mr. ENT ever seen, at least according to this channel. Now, of course, because of trolls and because of negativity, well, yeah, but talk more about how he was so bad. No, because that's not what happened now. What happened now is that he bodied a fan. We're gonna focus on him bodying a fan. We already talked about that in 2024. We're gonna talk about now that he bodied a fan. That's what he did. Now, is Mr. ENT perfect because he bodied a fan? No. He knows what he got to work on. He knows what he has to work on.
Right. But you know it's a fact. He bodied a fan, and he, you know, like he's slowly elevating and he's working. He knows, like you said, he knows what he's got to work on, man. And
Hey, and look, watch this. And here's something for A-Fan. If A-Fan, you know, let's say he wants to battle again, right? And he don't have to. If he does, he does. He doesn't, he doesn't. But if he battles again, and let's say he comes out and he just goes crazy, there's nothing wrong with saying, "Wow, A-Fan, man, you've improved crazy. You got it, man. You went from here to there, man. You bodied." Let's say A-Fan, that'll be crazy. Let's say A-Fan in his next battle, whoever he battles against, if he chooses to, let's say he bodies somebody. Why not celebrate it? He bodies somebody. Or let's say he has a fire battle. It's a classic. Celebrate it. You know, that's being fair and objective as a man, and not just a man, but as a professional.
right.
The bad, you identify the bad. You also identify the good. Simple as that.
Yeah, see, that's why you're uncompromised over here, man. You go off real talk, like, and like the way you break things down. It's just all facts, man. That's real shit. See, a lot of people would just, you know, he's this, he's that, he's trash, he ain't got no room for improvement. But now, like you said, he could definitely work on a few things, go back to the drawing board. Like I'm a man that I like believe in giving people chances. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if they're passionate about something, you know, but sometimes, man, it's not for them, you know. But like I told Yo, like, you have like that PG going. That way they don't mess up none of these good cards. Because when you got sponsors and things like that, man, and then you got 2 or 3 like the Robs battle, that was ferocious, man.
Yeah,
You're out there freestyling, standing around, and just, you know, I mean, I hate to say that, but it's just the truth, you know. I've seen better Rob before, so I don't know what was going on there, but I think he's got the opportunity to get better. But things like that's what we don't need happen, especially when you got like sponsors and things like that that's investing money and you know, interested into it, because on big cards like that, because it don't come across right.
You know what's funny is that there's this thing in business to where the customer believes they got the right to choose the business, and they do. A whole bunch of businesses want their money. They want their contributions. That customer has the right to go to whatever business they want to. Well, guess what the business has the right to do? They got the right to refuse service. They got the right to choose the customers they want to solicit. A lot of this response on a lot of stuff does not have to be addressed or solicited. It doesn't. You know, like as far as trolls go, negativity go, that's an option. That's not a necessity. You know, so if somebody is giving props and saying, "Man, that was a good performance, way to go," yeah, but this was bad. This was bad. Now, if it was legitimately bad, it's legitimately bad. Legitimate. Okay, cool. You know, keep it balanced. But if it wasn't, and someone's just like, "Yeah, I don't want to hear this positive stuff, dog. Tell me more about how whack they are," they would have to be whack in that situation for that to apply, and they weren't.
Right.
They were not whack in that situation. You know. That's not their fault. They weren't whacking that situation. They showed improve, you know.
Yeah.
So, but now I appreciate you, bruh. Appreciate you, bruh. Look, for everyone that's watching this, be sure to subscribe to J Prophet, also Prophet TV. Be sure to subscribe to that. Congratulations to Maze being a top 12 virtual battle rap blogger, man. For the first
I appreciate everybody and everybody that voted for me, and I'm very humble, and thank you so much, because without y'all, we couldn't do anything that we want to do. So appreciate you guys, man. Really appreciate it.
Much respect, man. And of course, look out for Maze on Killers Row. It's going to be J Prophet versus Social Assassin. Main event, man. Main event. What are we doing? Tune in. We're going to break that battle. The closer we get to that battle, we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about who should do what should go what. I got to say this to Crisis real quick. Crisis, why did you let Danny go second?
I know, man. Danny went crazy.
Danny it seemed like Danny was battling Crisis, preparing for another battle as far as energy, not as far as material.
Yeah.
Like Danny battled him like, nah, I'm sending a message to somebody, and I want to defeat my opponent. Salute to Danny, man. And listen,
and that's kind of a nod. That's kind of a nod to Crisis too, though, because Danny took him very serious.
Right. Well, you know what? And Crisis
did good.
He was promoting that battle. Well, first of all, Crisis as a promoter got to get the flowers because he promoted that battle. He was talking. A lot of people want a Danny battle, right? And whatever people think of Danny, they think of Danny. But you want a Danny battle, and a lot of people don't promote, and they just show up in battle, and it means nothing. You know, Danny gets paid, of course, so it means something that way, but they don't get nothing out of it. At least we have something to where like it meant something to Crisis. Crisis promoted it, and that's the result. And that's the result we get. Now, you know, Crisis is going to keep learning from this and keep developing. That's it. You know, the development is not just for those that are, have a low skill set. Even the ones that got and innovate got to keep developing. Greg the Great got to keep developing. Pablo got to keep developing. They would even say that.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah.
But now I appreciate you, bro. We got to go ahead and get up out of here.
Yeah,
man.
I appreciate you too, man. And you know what I mean? Keep doing your thing, man. We appreciate you out here and keep pushing the cause.
No doubt, likewise. And be sure to subscribe to J Prophet TV, man. Appreciate you, bro.
You too, man. Have a good one.
You also. That's the brother Maze, J Prophet, aka Witty. You can catch him live on YouTube. Prophet TV. Subscribe to Prophet TV. Subscribe to J Prophet YouTube channel. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. All that good stuff. Share the channel, and not just that channel. You can do it with this channel. Do it, everybody you see on these rankings, from the ones to watch to the top 12 bloggers and stuff. Definitely subscribe to the bloggers. The bloggers are the ones that can explain to you exactly what virtual battle rap is. Salute to all the bloggers, man. And not just all the bloggers that are on the ones to watch list or the ones that are ranked in the top 12, but all the bloggers out here that blog on virtual battle rap. Get in now. Right now, there's a whole lot of room. It won't be like that forever. Get in now. And of course, hold on 1 second. I appreciate that. Apologize. West Coast phone call. At any rate, everybody, show notes. All through this week, rankings will be dropped. You had 2 lists tonight. Congratulations to the bloggers that are ranked in Rank Rankings 1 for 2025. Congratulations to the Battle Rap Leagues that are ranked in Rock Rankings 1 2025. Simple as that. And again, don't be surprised when we drop that battle rapper list. And this is good because this means now the main anticipated list being waited for are the battle rappers, and that's what it should be. Panelist lists are coming. Most improved is coming. Rookie list is coming. Stay tuned. Now, yes, the Message Music top lists are coming. Stay tuned. Show notes. So that's one show note. List will be dropped all through the week. So pay attention every day. And yes, we will discuss. We'll go live. Our next live will be Yeah, it's not gonna be Tuesday night. Our next live will be Wednesday night for Message Music Sessions. We will be discussing a whole lot as far as music, playing music, and yes, more lists. Simple as that. That's what we're here for. That will be the last live up until the following Sunday, unless we can find some space. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate everybody. Salute to everybody on Facebook. You know, what's up to Nikki Gio? Salute. Day Day Jr. Salute. Salute to Mac Justice Entertainment. Salute. Everyone that chimed in for this broadcast, and of course everybody here on YouTube. Salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all. Again, Jason M in the building. Yep, Jason M in the building. You just got word from Jay Prophet TV in the building. Salute to him. Of course, King Cole in the building. You know, and by the way, he's probably going live very, very soon. Be sure to connect with him. You know, get his take on a whole lot of things. Callie G in the building. Appreciate you. Callie G, salute. Blunt in the building. Salute. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. All right. And of course, protect your peace, protect your foundation, protect your family, man. Choose peace. Choose peace, man. A lot of this stuff is not worth the wrath, the anger, or the outburst. None of it is, honestly. Stay safe. Stay strong. Stay sane. And as we usually say, right about now, rock on. Rock out.
Rock, where you at, Rock? Where you at, Rock? Where you at, Rock?
10 rock and roll, bro.
Rock Sports Sunday. Rock Sports Sunday. You are live and locked with Rock Sports Sunday. Break down and talk now with Rock Sports Sunday. Rock Sports Sunday. Rock Sports Sunday.